Live. All right. And we're live. Ooh, and bright too. Esserin Odetta, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, the train operators, whatever your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Don't let that go over your head. You're a good person if that is truly your character, or if you're working on making that a part of your character as a person, wanting good for others as much as you want good for yourself. I don't expect anybody, I did not expect people to show up this morning this quick. So big up to the names in green. Thank you for being here early. Uh we have an early morning ride out this morning. So a lot of people who aren't able to catch us early in the morning, this might work for you. All right. Here we are. Here we are on this beautiful morning. Today is what? Wednesday, right? On my phone there. Let me make sure before I go. Happy Hump Day. Today is, let me see. Today is Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025, and we are happy to be here. Happy Hump Day, everybody. I have a minute to shout out the names who showed up early this morning. Asarin Odetta, first person in. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Crystal G, thank you for being here. Great goodies. Dainty is in the building with us. Audrey Wright says, morning, fam and present teacher. Miss Golly Robinson, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Let's Bond TV, big up yourself. In the building with us, my brother. Onika St. John is here. Elaine Brown, Senior Sexy. Audrey Wright says, hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live, please, and thank you. Marilyn Grant is here with us this morning, all the way from the UK, flying that UK flag. Thank you for being here. Sharon Spence, Dorothy T, Sandra Ellis. Dainty says, yes, I'm tired of coming to school late. So you show up early this morning. Mitchell Taylor RN, put some respect on it, is in the building with us this morning. Dorothy T say, I like the early morning thing. All right. We have it worked out this morning. You know, wifey things switch up. So this is the morning where we can go extra early. 5 field 6 threes in the building. Another British flag all the way from the UK says, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too, family. And Crystal G says, I prefer the early schedule. Okay, the people that I talk, them say what them prefer. I might have to, send me I work through some things right now. So, we get in where we fit in, but I kind of like the early schedule myself as well, because that's when people are off to work in the morning, right? And that's how we actually started out. A lot of people might not know that morning thoughts is actually really just morning thoughts. It's me wake up in the morning and I have some thoughts. It's basic. And I thought, let me share these thoughts early in the morning while I was on my way to work as well. We started this thing when we were in Texas, when we were on contract, and we used to have to leave out at 5 o'clock in the morning and be at a facility clocked in by 6 to 6:30 in the morning. So morning thoughts used to be really, really early, right? And over time it became, and it used to be really short too. It used to be 20 minutes long, if that, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes sometimes. And then now it turned into a whole 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours long, and 5, 6 days a week kind of thing. So we work with the changes. All right. And I appreciate you being here. Here we are, though. We have some things to talk about this morning. We can't each call to know how Spectrum play rough with us, and we might end up with no internet again. We found out that they're having work done in my area. So as much as we're blaming Spectrum, it turns out that the problem could possibly be FPL, Florida Power and Light. Because every time them trip your electricity, it's gonna affect your internet, and your internet box are gonna chip out too, and it's gonna have to start all over again. So when you're on the live and you see like the light click like that real quick, That's what's been happening. They're trying to pull down all the electric wires from in my area and run them underground. So there's a lot of electrical work going on. And so we just have to work with what we have until things get better. And that's the way that is. All right. Um, with that said, the two topics on the board this morning and the early birds, you get to choose where we start out, and we're gonna get right into the topic. No too much of a long talking. I feel good and strong this morning. Wake up, went to the workout place and did a good hour and a half workout this morning. So I'm feeling really, really good. Shannon Sharpe. We're gonna talk about Shannon Sharpe, and then our next major topic is Chinese mechanics to take over Jamaica's auto mechanic industry. So we're gonna either start with Chinese mechanics or we're gonna start with Shannon Sharpe. It's up to you. Morning, King Biggs. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Andrew Skinner, Renegade Sound. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Manners and respect, sir. All right, Mel. Thank you for being here. Crystal G again. So you choose starting now. You have 60 seconds to choose. It's 7:16. When that says 7:17, I will decide. So Dainty says Shannon. Asorin Odetta says Shannon. Dorothy T says Sharpe. I kind of know already where this is going. 5PO says Chinese mechanics. Marilyn Grant says Shannon. Karen Notice says morning SOUFLOW and big up yourself. Manners and respect. Karen Notice. Audrey Wright says Shannon. We're going there. I drink some replenishing myself. Respect, Renegade Sound. King Biggs. Sound man in the area. Seen? RR123 says GM. All present. All right. Shannon. Crystal G says. Rosalind Michael, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Shannon, we only get one Chinese mechanic. Change my mind. Shannon. I feel change your mind. Shannon. All right. Let's Bond TV said the mechanics them. Would I like to start out there so we only have 2 mechanics? We have 3 mechanics and about 20 Shannon. Shannon Sharpe wants people come on. Sharpe wants people come on. Karen Notice says Shannon. But the people that may ask right now and they're telling me what they want right now. All right. Boom. Shannon it is. May I cuss out taxidermy calling. May have me all notification on and not a damn alert, says Missy Bram Bram. Boy, you know them I do it. But you know we can't do nothing about it apparently, right? Right. Sandra Ellis says Shannon. Rosalind Michael says Shannon. Andrew Skinner says Shannon. Respect same way. King Biggs, Shannon. Mechanic, get it out the way. King Biggs, but Shannon. Yeah, but they want to get the mechanics out the way too, but I asked the people them what they wanted and they overwhelmingly said Shannon. So I have to rightfully go with that, right? All right. So Shannon, we're going to talk about this morning first. Boy, what a story. You know, y'all remember when I did the video? I did it a couple of times where I said, let me talk to the older men. I've said, let me talk to the women too, and did that separately. But I did videos where I said, let me talk to the older men. Y'all remember that? Let me talk to the older men, and specifically concerning young women, right? Especially the man them will have something to lose. Well, I wish Shannon was listening. I wish some of these older guys had a friend like me who could have talked some sense into them. He is in quite of a quagmire. Man, you off to school? Wow. The morning is just flying away. I love you. Right. Give me my hug up. I'll see you later, okay? Okay. You're getting tested today. Okay. Are you ready for it? Okay. I know you're ready for it. You're good. Say hi to them. Hi. All right. Say bye. Bye. Papa is off to school. All right. I love you, Kai. Bye. All right. See you later, okay? Okay. All right. All right. Kai's off to school. Kai's getting tested today for a higher grade. So we can move him up to a higher grade level because we feel like what he's doing now is below him and him not learn nothing at school. Everything they do, Kai is way advanced over it. So every day I'm coming home from school, we ask him what him learn. Him say him not learn nothing new. because he already know all that stuff that they're doing. So we went. Remember when we went to school and had the meeting? Well, the principal his approved him being tested out of the grade into the proper grade that we think he should be in. She said they rarely ever do that, especially at that level, but they'll do it for him because Kai's smart. Kai's super smart. I told y'all Kai was reading before he could speak in full sentences. I used to think something was wrong with him because the youth would have pick up like our material and just read one whole sentence. I'm like, how does he read a whole sentence? But when you speak to him, he would say stuff like water, juice. And I'm trying to get him to say, can I have some water, please? Or can I have some juice, please? And I was worried, and he would just say water. And if you said to him, can I have some water, please? He would just start crying. The man just, so my auntie said, and him born with him eye them wide open like this. And he lift his head up when he was born. Lift his head up and look around the room like that. The doctor was like, wow, never seen that done before, not for a newborn. Lift him head up and look around the room, eyes wide open, did not cry. My auntie said, that little boy never come here to play, and he didn't come here to waste time either. Him just get straight to the chase for everything. That's why him no one do no long sentences. Can I have some water, please? The man just say water. Juice. You see how you have to learn your kids? You have to learn your kids. It was frustrating the hell out of me. But now he is like super advanced, right? All right. But enough of that. Me like to brag upon my picnic them and them kind of something there. Enough of that. So shout out to his mom though, because that's Shakira. Shakira had him indulged in just straight learning ever since he was a little toddler rock on the couch till now. I think that had a lot to do with him, and he has older siblings too. A lot to do with him developing so fast and learning, knowing so much ahead of his peers, kind of thing. Yeah. But anyway, Shannon Sharpe situation now. Jeez, man. Wifey walked in here this morning and I said, I am so disappointed in Shannon Sharpe because she saw my setup for the morning. She said, you black men, like, oh my God, We're going to talk about all the angles. So let's start off with this. He issued an apology yesterday, right, to us, to the audience, but not really an apology. He kind of like exposed what was going on. Now, her identity has been exposed, so everybody now know who she is. The funny thing about Shannon Sharpe's situation is it started out as a Jane Doe. Jane Doe is when, of course, people want to sue you quietly, so their identity is not exposed. But Shannon Sharpe exposed her identity right away. He said her lawyer is Tony Busby and her name is XYZ over on OnlyFans. So he exposed her right away. So much for the Jane Doe and wanting to remain anonymous situation. I'm going to play a clip real quick. And I want y'all to remember this. If you saw the Shay Shay interview, remember when Monique said this to Shannon?
Because it's Mo is different now.
With you and I, it's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
What you trying to say now? What you trying to say?
I'm looking right at you. I'm looking at you. I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you. Now I'm looking right at you. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs. Okay? Let me tell you what my baby needs. He needs to have an old fat gal. And bake good cakes. Make some smothered turkey wings. We're going to rub his feet at the nighttime. Okay? And going to have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get your old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you know you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. They want you to go for a fourth round. You looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money.
Oh, they talk to us.
I don't know why my speaker ain't hooking up to my phone, but that was Mo talking to Monique
You trying to say that? What you
talking to
trying say?
Shannon.
Backing down. You better take your old
She said she is not backing down, and you better take your old ass and go find you a grown woman. So listen, Shannon Sharpe is 57, right? 56, 57. You're pushing 60. I hear a lot of women are saying, damn, a 50-something-year-old man with no children, he has no children, no children from any previous relationship, no trace of a long-term relationship with anybody where people can say, well, they were an item for years, and from that relationship came one child or anything. He has children, King Biggs. Wow. Well, the public seems to think he has no children because that's what's all over the comment section trending. So he has 3 children. Okay. So I'm half picnic. He just don't feel like having a wife. The thing about this is, let's get into the details first. What else came out yesterday? Let me see. His attorney released some information yesterday saying that Shannon did offer the girl $10 million, did offer her $10 million. If this is one of them call, Lacey, live on the air. Yeah, family, what go on?
Me couldn't even make it go too far.
Mm-hmm.
You remember me tell us that 5 up,
Up.
5 below? You remember
Yo,
when me telling us?
yeah, are a problem.
You remember when me telling us?
Yeah.
See that?
Brother, they even give the name 5 up or 5 below or 5. That's true.
You see? 5 up or 5 below?
Are a
Anything
problem.
else? A problem on our look.
See there?
Me gone back in and check the box.
Yo, that's epic. That's classic. Because he did. The man said 5 up. When you look, woman, you feel look your age. He said 5 up or 5 below. Anything else after that, him now say it now go work, But him said there's gonna be problems. You see, 30 years his junior. But we're gonna get into all that though. 30 years. 30 years is junior. All right, so let's start out with this one then. So Shannon Sharpe lawyer releases a trove of explicit text messages allegedly showing the accuser asking to be abused. Asking to be abused. The attorney representing Shannon Sharpe again against this $50 million lawsuit alleging that the Football Hall of Famer raped a woman released hundreds of text communication between Shannon Sharpe and the purported victim on Tuesday. Hundreds. The complaint filed Sunday in Nevada State Court claims that Shannon Sharpe assaulted, sexually assaulted, committed battery, sexual battery, and had intentionally inflicted emotional distress during the nearly 2 years relationship. Shannon Sharpe described the lawsuit as a shakedown in a recorded statement that was released on Tuesday, and his lawyer, Lanny J. Davis, released text messages that he described as showing a pattern of sexual role-playing, which is what they were into, that specifically included her being choked by him, because that's something that she liked. Choke me, daddy. I want you to smack me in my face, right? In one text that was released, the alleged victim, who was named by Shannon Sharpe's legal team, but is not being identified by this news media house, wrote in the message on June 14th of 2024. Her text message said, "I want to be abused by you, daddy." But I tell you, you see, when you have a whole heap of money, when you're broke, don't try to lick no woman, Not even when you do it and it feel good. See, as you go, hey, watch it, mind the slap. You slap me too hard. When you got a whole heap of money, it's like, and she's like, harder, abuse me. I want to be abused by you. In a separate text on July 6, 2024, the woman wrote to Shannon Sharpe, "I want you to tie me up, like this, and I want you to abuse me again, daddy, accompanied by an explicit image of a male and a female performing a intimate act. So she would take porn material that people are doing stuff and send it to him saying, this is what we're going to do next. I want you to do me like this next. She also texted the ESPN personality using handcuffs on several occasions and sent Shannon Sharpe several sexually explicit images involving the use of both of those handcuffs. I want like some hardcore BDSM action though, the victim texted Shannon Sharpe on January 31st, 2024. Hardcore BDSM action. Amid the release text, I'm assuming that grown people here know what BDSM is, right? Right. You know, like spit on people and slap them and, you know, thump them in them short ribs and choke them out and, yeah, them something there. So amid the release text, there appeared to be one from earlier this year, January, the same day that the woman says that she was raped by Shannon Sharpe in his lawsuit. This one is significant because this is the same day she claims that rape happened, where she confronted him about the alleged assault. But I cried when you left. It says, I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not to put it in my ass, and you didn't listen, is what she texts to him. I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and you didn't listen. I begged you not to put it in my ass and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. That's what the text message says. She also texts to him, I don't know how to process this. And he replied, can I call you later? This is the same day that she just texts and said, I want to be tied up and I want some hardcore BDSM action. And later on in the evening part, she texts again with, I begged you to put this and you didn't do it, XYZ. He said, can I call you later? It wasn't clear from the release text changes whether they discussed what had happened on the phone. The messages came on the heels of several text messages that were shared by Shannon Sharpe's team on Monday, in which she asked Shannon Sharpe to put a dog collar around her neck and to tie her up, and I want you to do bad things to me. The text release and a Tuesday press conference by Shannon Sharpe's lawyer were part of an attempt to publicly push back on the allegations that were made in the lawsuit. Davis told reporters during the virtual press conference that Shannon Sharpe had been willing to actually pay this woman, at least, who is at least 30 years younger than he is. Actually, to be exact, 55 and 20, 30. He's 33 years older than she is. His lawyer said Shannon was willing to at least settle for at least $10 million to settle this lawsuit. So it didn't go public and it was handled behind the scenes, right? Instead, they opted to take advantage of a very lucrative contract by Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast that was recently reported on. So they were on their way to settling behind the scenes because he was like, listen, I'm not even going to F with you no more. Done. I'll give you $10 million. You leave me alone forever, right? Sign these paperwork, go your way. Publicly, it was announced. Shannon Sharpe is about to sign remember I told you all about the deal? Shannon Sharpe is about to sign a $100 and something million deal for his Shay Shay Club podcast, once his contract is up with whoever has it now. The day before he's supposed to pen that deal for $100+ million, this lawsuit drops. It was made public. And once it was made public, that $10 million they were talking about behind the scenes went out the window. They were like, he about to sign a deal for 100 mil. I don't want 10 million anymore. I want 50. The attorney also said that the woman was an OnlyFans model who participated in role playing and virtual fantasy with people who pay her to be so. It was a fact that the plaintiff started to charge Mr. Sharpe money. She started to charge him throughout the relationship money for their sexual encounters. Hence the reason you see 25,000 per cheek and all these other things. He was paying big money to go bust them cheeks and do all the freaky stuff that he was into, right? Well, according to his attorney, it was a fact that along the way, she started charging Mr. Sharpe money. And this is who she is by the facts. I'm just describing that she is on OnlyFans and she charges people money to do role playing and to do other things, right? She's a big time 304, says Dainty. Yeah, let's put it squarely. She sells ass, okay? She said it's prostitution. She's a prostitute. If you're selling sexual favors, you are a prostitute. I don't know why new age generation people like for you to like round up your words and don't say that. Like if somebody is fat in this world today and you say fat, oh, that's abusive language. Or no, you're fat. What? You know what say you're fat too? You know what I mean? So a person that's tall, I'm not supposed to tell him he's tall. Yeah, he's tall. In his description, in your description, that's not abusive. But if I see you big like this and I say, oh, you know, I met her one time, you know, Kamisha, she's fat, right? Yeah. And oh, that's abusive. Don't say that. We can't say, we can't say, we can't say a prostitute is a prostitute. Oh, she's an OnlyFans girl who entertains and she has clients and she role plays and they pay her for various services. No, she's a prostitute. So Shannon was over here paying somebody to get his freak on, basically. Now it makes sense that this wasn't a one-on-one relationship. And in her paperwork, because I read her paperwork, parts of her lawsuit is already published as well. She said, I broke the relationship off because I thought we were in a exclusive relationship. Me and him. He's my person, I'm his person, right? And when I found out that he was seeing other women, I was hurt. So I broke the relationship off. How you think you in an exclusive relationship, but you selling services and he's not your only client? She catch a big fish. That's what happened. She caught a big fish. I'm sure there are others out there on the line that were paying good, but she caught a big fish at the gym that day and he was paying really, really good. Shannon was the one that was willing to pay 25,000 per cheek. The rest of them, you know, we can't level up like that because we don't have millions like Shannon. So, I say we come in night. They. So she caught a big one, right? Shannon was the lick. Yes, King Biggs. Shannon was the lick. She caught a big lick at the gym, laid that thirst trap. If you see my icon this morning, look at the icon, look at the picture of her and the picture of Shannon. That's how she work out. That's how she goes to the gym. Matt, you know what? Sidestep this for a second. I don't know when society got to the place where you see how some women go to the gym now? Women actually go to the gym like half-ass naked now. And I'm wondering, like, when the hell did we get here? You could obviously tell you're not here to work out. Yeah, you're gonna work out, but you definitely here looking, you trying to catch something in this gym. And it's not a cold. You know what I mean? Um, ass cheeks out, pum pum well drape up and print out, and what what happened to sweatpants and sneakers and socks and a big t-shirt, and or even if you're gonna go just go regular clothing, what happened to that? Now them have this pants with drape up them body cheek. It is specially designed to do that. Put a split in the ass middle so two ass cheeks are out, draped up and all this. Who? When did women start working out like this? But it's become a natural thing now. It's become the thing now where leave a woman alone. If that's what she wants to wear, that's what she wants to wear. You know. Remember the analogy that I drew concerning where I said we started out with long skirts, and then somebody said, "Ah, the skirt them too long. I don't like wearing skirts to my ankles. Let's take it to the calves. We're still holy." And then it went from the calves to the knee, and then it went from the knee to half a thigh, and then it went from half a thigh to way up here. Like if she sneezes, so women have to walk, and every 2 steps now they have to pull it down like this, right? And then it went from that to women just outside naked, like frig the skirt. It went from a long skirt down to the ankle to them outside naked in a fishnet with, you could just see everything with just two things over the nipples and one little something over the front of the pum pum, just like this. Everything else is fishnet. You see, we accepted and accepted and accepted and gave way and gave way and gave way till two ass cheeks clapping out in public now and nobody cares. I guess that's how they ended up in the gym, right? Because gym attire used to be. But anyways, I could imagine him, Shannon, being in the gym and seeing that, because that's his cup of tea. I know he was going crazy. And you know what's crazy? She probably knows. She laid that trap. She probably in that gym working out and she is like, that's Shannon Sharpe. I wonder if he comes here all the time. Let me put on my best outfit. Put on her squeeze up, went back the next day. This time she on that, the bicycle. She up on the bicycle this time. I pedal slow, only looking at Shannon, laying that thirst trap, and his ass getting caught. Slow motion, slow motion. Y'all seen her on the picture, right? Slow motion. Hi, daddy. Done. Done. Risk it all. About to lose it all. Cause some snowflake got her whole booty cheeks out in the gym. She obviously worked on her body a lot. That you can tell. And I guess that's right up his alley. Shannon often has his shirt off, flexing big. You know what I mean? So he's like, yo, this right up my alley. She laid that thirst trap and he fell right into it. Right into it. Shannon Sharpe's attorney confirmed that the pro football player previously offered a settlement of $10 million to this woman that filed a lawsuit against the former NFL tight end, accusing him of sexual assault and battery. Among other allegations, Shannon Sharpe's attorney revealed in a press conference with the media yesterday or on Tuesday. Lanny J. Davis said this is a civil case and it was filed over the weekend, revealed that Shannon Sharpe made the offer to the settlement with the plaintiff in this case last month or so before he was blindsided by the civil complaint that was filed on Sunday. Live on the air with SOUFLOTV. Good morning.
It's also over.
But there, family one.
Big up and a big up.
Manners and respect, sir. Yes, today is Wednesday.
March, almost already.
Yes, yes, yes.
But it's, when I listened to some videos last night, right? Pertaining to the Shannon Sharpe lawsuit. And there was one particular video where I see the girl first member was there, and I saw some series of videos as well, like some TikTok. I'm going to kind of see her personality. It's a personality of a 19-year-old or whatever the case is,
Yeah.
Somebody who kind of look for him to an extent.
You have a speaker or something?
Yeah. You get me now?
Yeah, but you sound muffled. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. So like what them say, mind me of the 304s and then type of thing that. Or the must the snowboarding code or whatever it may be. You see me? But you know the most concerning thing about this, I think a month or two ago, right? He did an interview with Money, which we did a researchers clip where she was saying to the man, she said,
Yeah, that's what I
listen,
played this morning first.
leave these young girls alone.
Yeah, Monique was telling him that she's glad that she is not 57 and still trying. She has somebody, and he need to go find him somebody, find him an old foot that can bake cakes and can cook good and can rub him back and all these things. Somebody when can argue with and be in the house miserable with sometime and all these things is what she was saying to him.
And to be honest, not so sure, right? I'm not saying that in particular they have to find somebody his age, right? But surely you have women who in their late 20s or even early 30s, late 30s, we could have probably given the same thing when I look for it. You get my say? But when you work so hard for some stuff, so sure, right? How these people put themselves in a position to jeopardize themselves, is really a cause for concern. Because even last time I discussed American circle, I said, bro, if me and you want them there, right? Me even don't want enough phone call with them. You just know say come over, we do go, and let me know we have to even good morning because the way them set up people nowadays, they get nice because me to the phone recording and she said the way she talking I say, oh I'm gonna phone you and I see you. You know? Me don't want the conversation there. Just
like she set you up.
Yeah, just come over and give you money and that's it because we've seen this too much, and it's like you know, like how we see youngsters who get them new feet and keep it on them, and it's like nobody learns from it. Nobody learns that in kids, you know. And a lot of these black men in America, they do not learn that these things it has happened before to even prominent people just like yourself. And them still put themselves in this position. So Flo, when you come from poverty, just like Shannon Sharpe, which we did, and you work so hard, you're NFL legend, and in the crossover to the media side, it was reported that you sign up worth 100 million. So you cannot put yourself in position to jeopardize yourself and tarnish your name.
But them have sex tape I got release, you know. Them have sex tape I got release, and I'm gonna read about it. I'm gonna give the information about the sex tape right now because there's lawyers are worried about the content of the sex tape. So just like you're saying, yeah.
So to me, I think, and listen, not because he released, you know, I know that his lawyers did release some information, right? Some text messages, which I found it disgusting in the sense that this big black baby thing, like this fantasy around this big black baby. I'm like, big black baby, like, you know, you kind of show you what you think about black people, right?
What that's supposed to mean, though?
I guess big black baby. You want a big black baby. You know, the best kind of thing is like when they give me a big black baby like this stuff. It seems like a period. It seems like she's looking for a period.
Yeah.
I've seen these things before.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, you know, this is not this not because he did release those text messages and it was sexually tried coming from her side. It doesn't mean that there wasn't maybe some form of abuse or whatever it is in the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't it? We so answer that.
Yeah, we don't know that for sure. We have to wait until we see the evidence. You get my answer? But the main factor in putting himself in this position with a 19-year-old. I just hope so, Flo. Well, we kind of grow different still, which I'm not so not get mad at it. But I hope for the day when we keep the boat and anything like that to the point where we have to have a sleep out. So it's from a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old to that extent. You get my answer?
You're 55.
Yeah, my 55, my look keeping them there college and maybe have some grandkids by themselves at age. They get my
Yeah.
Like knowing I'm the old age.
Yeah.
But out there, run up and down, you know? Run up and down and winning a 20 and everything. I think some of that are best way there. I must say, I'm last year in a crisis, you know, but that's what I'm hard to do, you know? Because even though I'm in left college, I think of my heart and everything, you know?
Yeah.
You do what you're doing, you can get that when you reach old age, but that's not much to say. I'm not sure better.
All right, my brother. Makes sense. Manners. Reggae Girl. No, I haven't seen the video, but that's what I talk about right now. We'll get to that when we get to that. I'm going to say this before I go into the next part of what they said about Shannon Sharpe and the video that's about to come out. This video is going to be shown in court, by the way, but check it. I hear a lot of people saying stuff like, "Oh, you 57, you should find somebody and get married and settle down and all this good for you." You know how many times I've seen women say, "I'm single and I'm single by choice." And a million women go, "Me too, girl. Yeah, because we don't want no drama. We date when we feel like it. When we don't feel like it, we don't call nobody. We don't have anybody to answer to, XYZ. So why the Ross is the problem with the man saying, I just want to play around. I don't want to date nobody exclusively. I don't want to be in no committed relationship. Everybody I send this man about, you at this age, you should have get married already and you should have settled down and you should have this." It takes two people to marry and settle down and have a happy relationship. I honestly would rather be single than be in a relationship where you're miserable every damn day or you haven't found your proper person where you're okay being miserable all the time with. And next thing you know, you're getting dragged through a divorce. Your heart is broken because you invested your all into it. Maybe this works better for him. These girls who, because he has millions of dollars. See, when you have millions of dollars, you throw a little 10,000 here, or 5,000 there, or 20,000 there. That money don't mean nothing to them people who get it by the millions. It don't mean nothing. It's a part of them playing to have their kind of fun or what they consider to be fun, right? So I'm not sending this man to go, "Oh, you should have get married already, and you're wrong for that, and you should have had a this and a that." He wasn't trying to have an exclusive relationship with this 20-year-old. He wasn't. She was an OnlyFans girl. He's well aware of what she does. He paid for her services. That is that. But she, according to her own paperwork in the courts, says she thought they were exclusive. Shannon is old school, okay? He ain't trying to turn no hoe into no housewife. He was over there getting his freak on, and yeah, he mid-age, 50-something, pushing 60. That is that. It's funny how she was almost going to take the $10,000 behind the $10 million behind the scene until it was publicly announced that he's about to sign a $100+ million deal. And the day before he signed that deal, this lawsuit dropped saying we want 50 mil. And he's going, "What happened to the 10 million we were negotiating? Y'all, everybody was on board. We were about to transfer the money, sign the paperwork, get this out the way." There's an attorney out here who represents celebrities, right? And he said, before this happened, he said, you would be surprised how many celebrities settle multi-million-dollar settlements behind the scenes all the time based on just a simple accusation. People can lose their entire what the public thinks about them. They can lose their entire public persona. They can lose their whole careers. They can lose their corporate sponsorships. They can lose all this. So all it takes is one person who they had some entanglement with, thinking nothing was going to happen, and that person turn around and go, "Oh, you rich and you famous. I want 50 mil." Or I'm going to say you raped me. And they're like, "Listen, I don't have 50 mil. I'll give you 5. You sign these paperwork, we go our separate ways. Because I know I didn't rape you, but by the time this is dragged through the media and you put out this and I put out that trying to defend me, my whole reputation is going to be tarnished. Right now, I have a movie deal going with so-and-so. Right now, I have this project going. Right now, I have this money on the table from this corporate sponsor, that corporate sponsor. All that's going to go away if this comes out. So let me just pay you this money right here. You go about your business and I'll move on with my life." And a lot of them go, "Okay, give me the money," because that was their intention in the first place. This is an entertainment attorney who said this. So Shannon giving up $10 million behind the scenes fits right into what that attorney said. This is what happens to them behind the scenes all the time. And when we ask each other out here, because we're not famous and rich like them, when we ask each other out here, why these guys always date the same, don't y'all see this? Why they always date the same group of women? Like, why don't they just come out here and find somebody to date? There are millions of women in the world. It's because of stuff like this. because those group of women are already in the in circle, and those group of women also have to watch themselves, because just like how women claim, oh, rape and give me this money, guys will do the same thing to these celebrity women. So the celebrity women themselves keep themselves in a circle, and they try to mess with those kind of guys because they both have an understanding that, listen, you know how this works, right? You know how if you got a movie deal on the table, you about to shoot a movie with Denzel, you about to shoot a movie with Warner Brothers, you have a $13 million contract on the table right now. I got a $10 million contract on the table right now. We both got a lot to lose. Okay, but we both human. We both looking for somebody to be intimate with. We both, etc. I don't want to go out there and find somebody, and down the road I find out that this person only wanted so they could set me up or XYZ. And it gives them a sense of relief. And that's why they keep the circle like it is. You know, sometimes you look at these women and you're like, damn, she a pass around. Why she? Then she used to be with Chris Brown. How come she with so and so now? Was she with so and so? How come she with this one now? How come she? Are they passing around this person, or this person passing around themselves? It's because of that. These people are vetted among each other. I had her before, man. We had a good relationship. You know, we had a lot of drama too. It never went to no court papers. She just went her way and I went my way. We did some messed up things to each other too. It could have turned out really badly, but she understands that she has a lot to lose. I have a lot to lose too. Boom. Peace of mind kind of thing. So yeah, in response to Davis and Sharpe's comment on Tuesday, the attorney Tony Busby released a statement confirming the settlement offer and denying accusations that the video the plaintiff has was altered in any way, calling the claims demonstrably false, but also desperate. So Tony Busby also confirmed that yes, Shannon Sharpe and us were behind the scenes talking about $10 million exchange for my client for this to not go public. Tony Busby, the kind of guy who would be like, stop, 10 mil? Mm-mm. We're gonna up the ante. He's about to sign a 100 and something $1 million contract. Let's say we go for 50. If we go for 50 in court, we can probably end up with 30 instead of that 10. That's a strategy they use also. Now we talking millions. We're not talking $50 versus $30. So of course it's like, hang in there. I'm gonna get you that money and XYZ, right? All right. So an incredibly damning video does indeed exist. This is what his attorney, Shannon Sharpe's attorney, is saying. They've seen the video. An incredibly damning video does indeed exist. The content of that video speaks volumes about Mr. Sharpe and his behavior. That video, which will be played to the jury, is extremely problematic for Mr. Sharpe. Sharpe's team, Mr. Busby is saying, as I anticipated, disclosed the existence of this video in an effort to try to get ahead of it, that effort will fall flat. Busby also stated that the text that Davis released just a day earlier predates the alleged dates of the assault, and that ultimately the plaintiff refused the $10 million settlement offer. Busby has been down this road before. He won settlement before in favor of a group of women who accused a NFL quarterback, Deshaun Watson, of assault, also addressed the comments that were made about him. Shannon Sharpe's team is now trying to discredit and dox her. Sharpe and his team are now, as anticipated, also attacking me, he said. We're going to be deterred. We're not going to be deterred by these tactics, he wrote on an Instagram post. Davis concluded on Tuesday press conference confirming that the counterclaim will be filed. So Shannon Sharpe and his team have said that they're trying to shake us down or trying to shake me down. What they're going to end up getting is sued. So we're filing a counterclaim, and they're going to have to fight us in court too. you're getting sued for defamation of character and a bunch of other things. Willful and malicious accusations as well. So we're gonna see how that goes. Damn. It's sad. It's sad. You know, I see a lot of black women saying, "Oh, you ninjas never, you black men never learn. Why didn't you just get you a black woman? Or if you're gonna do anything, do it with a black woman, because black women never do these type of things to you. But y'all love playing in the snow, so you never learn." I don't know. I don't know. I've seen many instances where black women have done crazy things to black men who are high profile. Yeah, all the time. All the time. The worst thing, you, rape accusation, okay, that's one. How about when she's with you for years and then she turns your children against you, take all your stuff you worked hard for and built, um, and still accuse you of rape and all these other things. Yeah, there were times where he would beat me and he would just sexually assault me, and I said no, but he would do it anyways, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So all the black women who keep saying, "Yeah, you should have found you a black woman because black women don't do," that's off the table. That's off. Black women be doing brothers so dirty. That's why them brothers over there with the white women. Because for every one white woman that actually accuses and trying to get some money, they probably ran through like 1,000 others who never mentioned a word to anybody. It's like a luck of the draw. I will say this though. You gotta call a spade a spade. So I will say this. Men, and I could speak to men from all walks of life, but I'll speak to black men specifically. You had to work harder than everybody else to build yourself up to where you are at if you're in the multi-million-dollar league. You had to bust your ass to get to where you're at. And time again, we all see you throw it all away over some pum pum. Time and time again, we see you crumble your own kingdom. See, the thing is this, right? When you are a go-getter, high achiever, high earner, like you can't be out here playing like other people, buying OnlyFans girls. Man, leave that to regular people. Leave that to regular people who don't have much to lose or who can afford to stay quiet. Because OnlyFans girl is not going to sue somebody who barely got no money. She coming for your millions. If she knows that this client only can pay $400 and $400 is like breaking the bank for him, she'll go do something strange for that little piece of change and she'll come right back. But for you who are sitting on you done drove her up to the mansion. You live in an exclusive community where people are not even supposed to know where you rest your head at. You move with security. That's how high profile your life is. And you just pick up this person from the gym. And the same day she get to see where you live, where you lay your head at. Oh, I've been to the mansion. That was supposed to be a hotel room jump off, bro. That was supposed to be a motel, hotel, whatever. Hell, in the back of the car, something. But not to the mansion. Now she can direct other people to where you. Shannon Sharpe lives right. I'll take you up to the community. We're not going to be able to get in, but I'll take you up there. This is the way you go to get there. Y'all be putting yourself in all kinds. You're supposed to be moving so different. And guess what? Here's the crazy part, right? Yes, there's some excitement to it that you're an older man and this younger woman with a fit body wants to do things with you. But am sure, you could have found somebody who is more established or more. She didn't have to be your age group. She just needed to be a little bit more established with a bit more decorum. I guess when you're freaking it's a bad you don't have time to think it through. Live on the air with SOUFLOTV. Good morning.
Morning, SOUFLOTV.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. You good?
Yes, man. I'm good. Talk to you.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
If you know somebody's weakness or their potential weakness, could it be possible
that somebody sent her
that this was a setup and somebody sent
I
her
like your chain
right
of thought.
before his big deal?
Yes, because that's what I was going to get to next. Absolutely.
All right, now go back in our chat.
Okay, all right. Yes, I love that chain of thought. We thinking alike. So, again, you have a lot to lose. Days before you sign your multi-million-dollar deal, you're over 100. Listen, I think there's probably a 1% of people who are going to actually ever experience putting pen to paper and signing a $100 million deal. His deal was over $100 million. And you moving like that. The fact that it was made public, of course, somebody is like, well, you know he freaky as hell. I know he like white girls too. We got the perfect person to send for him. Now, here's the thing. They had already been, so the idea of her being sent just for that purpose, that's kind of out the way because they had already been dealing since she was 20 years old. She's 22 now. So he had already been in a multi-million-dollar deal for his Shay Shay Club stuff already, and that contract was coming to an end. But the fact that they were negotiating, he was already being shook down. And he was trying to handle that behind the scenes, anticipating that this big payday was coming. So let's hurry up and get this out the way so I could get back to the money. Hell, I got $100 million coming in. I'll pay her $10 million, get her out the way, silence her, and I won't do that again either. I learned. It's an expensive lesson I learned. But where I think he got set up at is when that was made public, that he was about to sign for Shay Shay Club a $100+ million deal. And that's the reason why she said, somebody put a bug in her ear and said, listen, he's about to sign a $100 million deal. Don't take that $10 million. Let's go big. Let's go big. There's money in this, I'm telling you. Even if you walk away with 20, you walked away with double what he offered. You're still winning. So I think he got set up. Now, Denty asked earlier, right? Who recorded who? Because they said there's a sex tape that's about to be released. And according to Tony Busby said the sex tape will be shown in court. And this sex tape is incredibly damaging video that does indeed exist. They've seen it. And the content of that video speaks volumes about Mr. Sharpe and his behavior. That video will be played to the jury. And it is extremely problematic for Mr. Sharpe. That's why he came out yesterday and said, there's a sex tape that they're planning on releasing. And that's the tape he's talking about. Here's the question. Mind you, they love doing BDSM, role-playing. Beat me up, daddy. I want you to abuse me. Choke me out. You can imagine when the jury is watching that tape and she getting choked out and he putting it in the A and she saying, don't put it in the A. Ah, I told you not to put it in the A. But it's all a part of their role playing. And the jury decides that ain't a part of the role playing. Ooh, that's super kinky, but that looks like she was saying no right there. But was she? But this is why this is going to be super problematic for him. But she laid a trail of texting. I want you to do this. I want you to do that to me. I want some rough stuff. I want to be beat up by you. I want to get hurt by you. Abuse me. Her exact words. It was all a part of the role play. But you leave it up to the jury to decide after seeing that video. It's kind of like the Diddy case, right? They got videos from Diddy's mansion of these freak offs. And I said, when those go to court, I would love to be on the jury. That jury is going to have to watch those videos and determine, okay, that person right there was actually trying to leave. Look, they dragged her back. Ooh, now they're on her. Now they're going at it again, and she's fighting. She doesn't want it anymore. They're gonna have to decide: was this role playing? Was this person a part of it, or was this person forced, locked in against their will? You know, because that's the charges that he's facing. And according to his defense, everybody that's in these videos all consented. You're about to watch videos of individuals having group intercourse, and every person in here consented. So imagine watching this, trying to find the person in the group who did not consent. That's what Shannon Sharpe's video is going to be in court. They're going to be looking at him and the girl and saying, damn, he tearing that shit up, huh? Oh, okay. She's saying no right here. She's screaming. Why is she saying no like that though? That's that? I would just love to be there just for the fun of it. Cat is somewhere shaking his head, saying, "Not you too, Shannon. Not you too." I can't believe this. I done sat up there and spoke to you, brother, and I thought you were on the righteous side. I told you already. There's only two sides, Shannon. It's God's side and the other side. Cat Williams is probably Shannon. Pick up the phone, Shannon. Let me talk to you. Why you are paying her $10 million? $10 million? That's a lot of money. Shannon must really love White Cheeks, boy, because there's a lot of black women out here that would have did it for $1,000. All that stuff. Yeah, probably less. All that stuff. You paying $25,000 a cheek? You're about to pay $10 million? Man, I don't want to say drive to the hood, but you could have found you a million black women though. I'm not saying you should wife them because they get the same damn problems, but in the end, you could have found you some black women who would have done all that plus some. They would have freaked you out of your socks every time. Ooh, daddy, you freaky. You really want to do that? I ain't never done that before either. This is gonna be exciting. This for both of us. You could have found that. All you would have had to do was pay like her rent for the month. She would have been happy. She would have done that for you every month. Fly her out every now and then. Girl, I'm going to Jamaica. She would have been good. He went to the white girl, and the white girl was thinking big. 10 mil just to shut up. She claimed he recorded it without her knowledge and showed his friends, which is in her paperwork. But the funny thing is, she's the only one that has video. She's the only one that has audio, which Shannon is now saying, it seems like I was being set up all along. If I had the whole video or the whole audio, I would play it. Because I remember what was said. That conversation was about 10 minutes long, he said. So Tony Busby then played 30 seconds. Why are you dissecting it? He said, play the whole video. Play the whole audio, the whole 10 minutes and change of it. Because if I had it, I'll play it. He doesn't have it because he wasn't the one that was recording. The person who was recording has video. The person who was recording has audio. That's her. Now, live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning.
Good morning, SOUFLO.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
Listen, don't ask me that. Now ask me all day and the family are kill me.
Daddy, you freaky.
I'm here thinking. They're talking about doing regular role plays and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
A few months ago, when Shannon accidentally released his voice talking about, oh, my Michelle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could it be that they were role playing Barack Obama and Michelle Obama? Oh my God, my Michelle. He kept saying, my Michelle. Instead of, if the girl name is Michelle, he would have said, oh, Michelle. But he kept saying, my Michelle.
You know what, though? Not for nothing, but if you go back to that video, Kill Me Dead, that Michelle sounded like a man.
Okay.
I'm not trying to say.
Listen.
Yeah, to me, it sounded like a man. It
Listen.
did.
Recently, Michelle Obama interviewed a female celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure whom it was, but I'll look it up.
What, babe?
And the female that, she's an older lady.
Then we can't hear her from, Vanessa. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, she's an older lady that Michelle Obama interviewed.
Mm-hmm.
And the discussion was she dates younger men as an older woman because men of her age cannot keep up with her, their libido.
Mm-hmm.
So Shannon and Ocho was having a discussion on their podcast about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Shannon had a Floridian slip. Shannon go, no, tell me, why is it okay for older women to date younger men? But when I try to date younger men, they tell me that, Ocho. Come on now.
Well, you know what? I'm not even going to say nothing because remember the Tony Mataran slip? Tony Mataran, when he was selected, he was like, me, fuck all of my girl man them. The whole crowd was like, what? And that's just saying. He didn't even realize what he said. He repeated it.
Listen, he didn't realize either. And when he caught himself, Ultra was like, keep going, Uncle. Just keep going, Uncle.
You're already in the hole. Just keep going.
It's already past and gone.
But you remember he started doing this red pill, and he was like, this right here get everything hard. I'm talking about it makes you go longer, like right after that.
And the outfit a few months ago, his little tied up outfit. I'm sorry, Shannon. I'm rooting for you, dog. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, we ain't throwing Shannon under the bus, man. He caught up. He caught up.
Unc has been so cautious for so long. No, they trying. Trying it.
Yeah. But Cat Williams did tell him, hold on.
Yes, they did.
Yes, Cat Williams said after you do this interview, I think somebody just said it in the comment section too. After you're done with this interview with me, they're coming after you next, Shannon.
For sure.
Right. So, man, listen. Yo, all right then.
All right.
Shannon, like, backdoor access says RR123. Tracy Ellis Ross is what Wifey was saying. Tracy Ellis Ross is Diana Ross's daughter, right? Who's up in age herself and was saying she like dating younger men or whatever. This is what I'm saying. The whole sisterhood choir sings along and applaud her. Nobody is saying, listen, Tracy, we love you and everything. I watch all the stuff you're in, think you're a good actor. remember when you were Joan on this and you were Dan's sisters and that. Go find yourself a damn man. You ain't got no kids. You think it's probably too late for you to have kids, but you could probably even drop a child right now. I watched a little snippet of it where she was saying, I wake up some days sad, that I don't have a child of my own and I don't have somebody I'm in love with and married to and whatever. But how come all the women ain't gathering up to tell her, listen, go find yourself a damn husband. You out here talking about you dating younger men because older men your age can't keep up. But as soon as it comes to the man though, oh, you too old for this. You should have been married, settled down, have a wife and kids and a family, and you know what I mean? Let the gratitude be extended both ways. People are allowed to live their life how they see fit. That's my take on it. One thing about me is this: I'm not trying to play Almighty God in nobody's life. And I don't have the solution to any. A lot of people always have the solutions to your life, but for them life, frig up, they can't find a solution to save their life, to none of their problems in their own life. But they could sort out everybody else's life, though. I'll tell you what he needs to do. If he had got married like 20 years ago and had him a black woman, he would have been all right by now. Because, see, that woman ain't going to do you like that there. But you like chasing them snow bunnies. And you don't have the answer to anybody else's stuff. People should live how they want to live. If Shannon is 57 years old and he got a lot of money and he feel like he want to be out here spending some of that money, because you can't take it with you when you die. So what did you do with it? I bought cars. I bought property. How many cars and property you gonna buy? Start exploring some of your fantasies. Well, that's in the big leagues. It costs to play up here. Well, I got a little bit of money I could, throw at a trick and have a trick do a couple of tricks for me. All kinds of stuff. Live out some of my fantasies before I go. That's what he chose to do. That's what he chose to do. Some people are his age and they're dating still, and they're dating broke people, and they still exploring the same fantasies, and they still getting in the same damn trouble. I said, no, don't put it in that hole, but you did. I'm disturbed. Until his ass get tricked. Yes, Charlene, that comes with the game. That comes with the game. The thing about that is you should have been a bit more cautious. You should, because listen, in their circle, there are people who are vetted, who have done all that stuff already with other celebrities already, with people who have more money and more fame than Shannon already. Shannon just liked the fact that he was able to pick up this little young thing from the gym and, only 20 years old. And she ain't been cracked by all the, or so he thinks, by all the other celebrities, So imagine laying in the bed with somebody after you're done and she's like, yeah, I was with Jamie Foxx just last weekend. And then, Cat Williams, he acts like he is so holy. I had him the week before that. And then I was with, and she starts naming off a bunch of celebrities that, the next thing coming is she's going to be telling the next one she lay with, I was with Shannon Sharpe last weekend, right? So they try to find exclusives. Should have been moving different, bro. Should have been moving different. That's all I'm going to say. Freakiness is not a sin. It's up to you, as long as it's consensual and two adults. Just should have been moving different. When you're high profile, you gotta be careful. Sir, this is the reason why too. Sometimes the best thing you can do in life, is beat your meat. Best thing you can do in life sometime as a man. Yeah, slap the salami. Handle it. Miss Annie Palmer and our 5 daughters, them, group it up and grip it up. Angle yourself. Or take a cold shower. That's the best thing you can do sometimes. Call for Pamela. Pamela. Pamela will never fail you. Pamela will never tell nobody else about you raped me. You did it hard, didn't want to do it. You owe me 10 million, suing you. Faithful Pamela. Right here by your side all the time. and you forsake Pamela and go look for, and now look at you in problems. Sometimes, matter of fact, you got two. So when Pamela on the right to act like she have a problem, you just bunks to the left. You know what I'm saying? You could even group it up and take turns and that threesome that right. That's up by yourself. I'm just saying, I'm giving you ideas because it's better than being out here in this type of situation right here that he's in. I feel bad for him still, but he'll be all right. I don't think much is going to come out of this case except for the embarrassment. Except for the embarrassment. For me, but then again, you must understand that this is a black man, okay, and this is America, and when they go after your millions, because that's what the whole end goal is to break pockets and demean your character so that you're left in a broken place. So that's when it gets serious right there. You know, anytime you're playing with the courts, it's always dangerous because you could show all the evidence in the world and they still go against you. So it gets dangerous. It gets dangerous. As much as we're laughing and stuff, it gets dangerous. You know, what if he goes to court and the judge finds him liable because the judge is biased, or the judge looks at him and goes, I don't even like your kind anyways, but they say it with a smile on their face, right? Like, hi, Mr. Sharpe, how are you doing this morning? In the back of their mind, they're like the people who I told you I went out with, the fellow soldiers, when I was in Germany, hugged me up on the side of my face. I was like, what the hell? And he was like, I'm going to tell you something, Matt. I love you, but I just hate seeing y'all with our women. That was a drunk moment where the truth came out. So what if they're harboring those ideas? The jury, the judge, he could find himself in a rough place. You understand? This ain't the place for our kind to play around. Once you have secured certain things in life, you definitely need to be moving different. And listen, being freaky and freakish, that's not a requirement in life. That's some extracurricular activities that can definitely get you in trouble. So you could go your whole life without doing all that extra stuff. Listen, I can go my whole life without hearing, I want you to abuse me, beat me up, do this, do that. Live on the air with SoFlo. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. SoFlo, respect coming out of West Palm Beach.
Manners and respect, fam. Do you have us on speaker?
Yeah, man, let's on speaker.
Take me off of the speaker, because we can't hear you.
Respect. What about now?
Yeah, loud and clear now.
Yeah, man, because now tune in for the program, and boy, the Shannon Sharpe situation, it kind of tough, because right now, that young lady that we did that to him, she's she could not do it for money, because the man have a big thing I come up with, and the man is supposed to ink a $100 million contract.
You must be tuning in late, bro, because we went through all that already.
Bro, yeah, man, we just tune in.
Yeah, we already went through all that, brother. Yeah.
Okay. So it feels it's a setup.
Yeah, man. It obviously is. They I guess you missed the part where they said that he did offer her $10 million from 2 months ago behind the scenes to make that go away. But
and she refused.
No, she did say it was okay. They were about to sign papers and finalize it. But a week or 2 weeks ago, it was announced on television that he's about to sign $100 million plus $1 million deal for his Shay Shay's club, and that's when she refused. And the day before he signed the deal, this lawsuit drops.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Boy, it don't make no sense. But one thing before we come on, because it seems like, sir, when you're a big man and you have your money and thing, because naturally me get it, a man might be attracted to, a young woman where, because when them young, they've been at their prime. But boy, it's scary, because we're living in a society where they have the only funds, and it seems like them women, they only want to take money for man.
That's why a man have to have discipline, bro.
Real talk.
Yeah,
Real
all
talk.
fun and game aside though, we have to start carry ourselves differently. A man have to have some discipline.
Shane.
Yeah, may I tell you quickly. Me remember me and wife here argue. I remember wife said she had go her mother yard and her mom live in a whole other state. And she pack up and left and she left with the kids, right? And in the time that she was gone from here, me say, me I go a road, yeah, man. Cause, you know, she gone about her business. Me don't know what she do. I don't know if you at your mom for real or not. You know, your mind start play a trick on you. So me have a brethren now, and watch how the devil line you up. The brethren say, I'll be the designated driver for tonight. So you can drink all you want, drink and have fun. And I'll drive. Don't carry your car. I'll drop you, pick you back up from your house and I'll drop you back to your house. So we went out to this bar, playing pool and everything, right? Bag of woman around the place, loose woman and everything. Now me have this big house to myself, pool in the back, nice pool house and everything. My mind start telling me about pick up a girl, car, go back at your house. I am glad that I have a conscious side of myself because the first thing that came to my mind was this. Whatever your wife out there do, don't worry about it right now. What you about to do could cost you everything. Because next thing you know, you pick up one of them woman here, bring them to your house, you know, there in my mind, you know, pool party in the middle of the night and bottle pop and, you know, wild things are going on. I say, yeah, then now they know where you live. And now she walks into a police station and say, hey, this guy raped me at his house and I can tell you where the house is and where you in trouble. And that saved me enough. So I said to myself, say, you know what? Let me go home to myself. And nothing felt better when I woke up the next morning by myself. And I said, whoa, that was a close one. So you hear what? I'm not even going out no more. So the whole time she gone, I just have to focus more upon work and making more money. I actually doubled my income by the time my wife reached back at the house. So you see, we have to start, so we have to start make better choices as men.
Yes.
Yeah. If you have something, especially if you have something to lose, bro.
Yes. So Flo, me respect that, man. Respect that because, boy, me's a married man myself, and boy, sometimes we get tempted by the devil, you know?
Yeah, human.
So to hear it say, you know, you just keep the faith and how you move, man. It's a breath of fresh air, you know?
Yes, bro.
And it's very motivating and encouraging.
Man,
so just big up yourselves and keep up the thing, me tuning on the thing regular, and I'm respect what I do. See?
Manners and respect, my brother.
Give thanks.
Manners. Yeah, man, you have to start carry yourself with some dignity. You know, we got to start encouraging each other to do that too. Carry yourself with some dignity. Me don't want nobody have my name out there anywhere. And I told you all this before too. One of the most embarrassing thing is you walking out in public with your significant other and somebody else can point at your wife and laugh, because that's what women do once they've conquered that woman's husband. She with her other girlfriend and, girl, he ain't no good. I had him already. Did it go right there? Look at her too. She don't even look that good. Me no wonder. I want able to hold my head high when me go a road with who me there with. So nobody not laugh after she, therefore they not laughing after me, and they will even laugh after your damn kids. Okay? Live on the air with SOUFLOTV. Good morning.
SOUFLOTV.
Yes, my brother. Me see what you're saying now. Me see what you're saying. Say it again. The class action suit. Next thing them say, has if anybody else has been done this way by Shannon Sharpe, come forward, call this number.
I think that Macabre.
Talk to me.
I said two things.
Say it.
First thing, someone post in our chat said, when a man or woman and you have money, take your money and do what you want. Money talk and bullshit to her. You say if you plan to spend your money, you can't think that way. When we say spend your money, meaning say when you do bullshit like this, and then kind of thing you come up, not no ball to nobody, wall up your struggles. See?
Hold up your struggles.
Don't bar to nobody, Benji.
Hold up your struggles.
Me agree or me disagree with the comment because I address the comment there.
Yeah. And
You
it's on
see,
point.
when you spend your money and do what you want to do, hold up your struggles.
Hold up your struggles.
So everything you buy, keep it. And that you pay for.
I true.
All right. Next thing me I go
Ja,
tell
ja.
you 4 o'clock. That our team want them now.
Saying.
You see, sometimes you have to know if something worth it. If money where you go spend to do this thing, it worth it. If the journey where you go on to do this thing, it worth it. You know my check. My check. Me used to check myself if it worth it. If me walk a bad bitch somewhere, part my language ladies, me not really bitch but we just attack. You know, maybe not filter sometimes.
See.
If you walk a bad body somewhere,
Yeah.
I said, Jano Star, when I make no plan, I said, Jano Star, we have to link up very. And then I can't start thinking about this guy. You know what me do to find out if he worth it? Me is a man, me back my fist. So me kick my tie too hard. Me go so back. And if you feeling still there, then I'll make the drive. But if you go so back, and you feel good.
You did on.
Yeah, me I tell you. Me I can't so far back from children, brother. Me I tell you no, you know, me find something that will have to make it, brother.
Yeah.
We can't everything after so I feel like bro.
Talk about how much for.
Yeah, I'm cool still.
Yeah.
I'm just listen to you a while ago and say, yeah, I'm going to want to cry, you say I go to the road.
Saying.
The good side talk to you, you have to have that. That's my good side of talk to you. Because sometimes I want to make some stupid decision. I mean, no, a stupid decision.
Yeah.
But sometimes I say, I don't start urge. Someone check the urge.
What?
Check the urge. Yeah, I'm not some mind game, man. I don't know. I don't know what you can do. That.
I true, man.
8 times out of 10, you can do without it.
I that.
See, 8 times out of 10, you can do nothing perfect. So you put it 8. 8 times out of 10, you can do without it.
You can do without it.
You're getting the money up and do the right thing, brother.
True, bro.
No care on there. You see me? And actually, money want the long money like this, Shannon Sharpe, now. Just that he coming to me say, you see, when I want to shake you down, you go see them come and say, anyone else think that they might have been a victim of his behavior from forward.
Like how them are the Puffy right now.
All right.
Yeah. That should be a big example to him.
Anyway, go back in and chat.
Real talk, my bro.
Get up on yourself.
Manners and respect, sir.
Manners and respect, bro.
You want to check your urge. Hold up your struggles. Anything you pay for or buy, keep it. That's a fear. I'll hold up your struggles. Nobody cry to nobody. I true, man. I true. We make some dumb decisions sometimes, and boy, if you do only just hungry little business around there, so you would have realized, say, you did honey. Yeah, you know honey no more. So you can't carry on with life now. 5 up, 5 below. Yeah, real talk. Boy, yeah, discipline, man. Discipline. Without discipline, a man is doomed, A man is doomed without discipline because a whole heap of temptation out the road, a whole heap of, I mean, not care who you are. Broke man where ride bicycle can't afford car and don't have nothing to him name out there, I get tempted much less. You who have anything. I could have just one little 9 to 5 where you depend for a period of time and you get some benefits out of the job, you have something. Right? Hi, beautiful. Hi, mommy. Come give me lover. Give me some lover. Give me some lover.
I got black today.
You wearing black today?
Because the other shirt is too short.
The other shirt is too short? Are you ready to go bye-bye? You smell good. I love you.
Love you.
What are you looking at? Why are you staring? Say good morning.
Good morning.
All right. This is Milani, my baby girl, my 4-year-old. Milani does her what we call this morning. This here.
Outfit check.
Outfit check. She's gonna show off her outfit for the day, and then she's gonna head off to school. Okay. All right. And we'll get back into the conversation. And hopefully Spectrum no freeze with. Up you go, mommy. Up you go. Yeah. That's what we're dealing with today. I love these pants, girlie. I love these pants. What do you call this? A cheetah?
Yes.
Is it cheetah pants?
Yes.
Okay. So she's wearing. It's hot out here. We are definitely feeling summer weather where I'm at in beautiful Florida. And baby girl is rocking her. We don't want to call this wife beater, call man clothes them there. But you see what it is, right?
Girl clothes.
It's girl clothes. It's girl clothes. It's girl clothes. I'm just saying. And these pants right here with the little bow at the side, very girly. This is cheetah print. And what shoes you got on today?
These ones.
And we rocking these with some there we go. Some classic shell top Adidas, suede top Adidas, right? All right.
Yeah.
Looking all fly and stuff. And then of course we have to show off the pretty face. Gorgeous eyes, beautiful nose and lips. Then we got to show off the hair. Oh, mommy did that. Let's see our mother skill, right? Mommy did that. Now show off the other side of the hair. Ooh, go girly. Now you got to look back over here. And you got to say, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Oh, my God.
Give me love up. I love you.
Bye.
I'll come pick you up, okay? Go have fun.
Blue chips.
Let me bring blue chips. Okay, I got you. Hold on, don't move. Okay. All right. I love you. All right. Go. Daddy, see you later. Bye, princess. All right, here we go. Sandra Ellis, big up yourself. All you sending out the hearts for her, big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you. Lovely Aneka. Lovely Aneka is in the building. Her name is right there, Lovely Aneka. Hit that. Go over to her channel, subscribe, share the love as well. That's my fellow content creator sister. Marie's Message 411 TV is also in the building with us this morning. Go over there, hit that, share the love as well. All right. You know, sir, 5 up, 5 below, Let's Bond TV. Need to start your own YouTube. I think you would do super good if you started your own YouTube. Just be yourself though with it. Nobody start on a YouTube channel and start trying to be somebody different. Just be you. Right through on it. I bet you, I bet your money, sir. I would help you promote it too. I bet your money, sir, you would have do good on YouTube. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to what we are talking about. See? Yeah. We're wrapping up the Shannon Sharpe stuff and we're about to get into the Chinese mechanics that are about to take over the automotive industry in Jamaica, the automotive repair industry in Jamaica. That's going to be a broad conversation as well. All right. Yeah, Let's Bond TV, you can do it. You can do it. If it pique your interest, let me know say you want to do it and jump right in and get it done. Cause yeah, you you're just raw like that, bro. All right, so the lesson of the day for all of us though in this is, as men we need to move better, especially as black men. The system is already geared against you, so you are risking it all when you go out here and try all these new things These people don't like you playing with their women. Whether them woman are whore, whether you get a whoring one or you get a good one, they don't care. They don't like you playing with their women. So for the fact that you are here doing all this extraness, you stand to lose a lot. That's the lesson of the day, right? All right, my brother, lick me off here. See, we stand to lose a lot, so we need to start moving better than this. That's all I'm gonna say. All the other extra stuff that the women are saying, you should have found you, and I don't care who you find. Find somebody who respects you, somebody who you respect, somebody who shows you genuine love, somebody who you can build with. And again, that age difference is a problem, fam. It is. But obviously, Shannon wasn't trying to do no relationship with that. I think he understood that the age difference is an issue, but he was trying to buy some of what was for sale, kind of thing. He's gonna have to dig himself out of this hole now, and he's gonna be a public spectacle now, which we're all going to be watching and commenting on. So stay tuned. Next episode, we'll see what comes up next. Moving right along. Let's talk about this is super interesting. So yesterday we started, this is where the internet cut, where we started talking about the Chinese people in Jamaica taking over the auto repair industry in Jamaica. I found another, because they did another interview with one of the owners or managers of the Chinese mechanics before they printed the article I was reading yesterday. So we're going to go over those two, and we're going to put things in a perspective here this morning. I have to play this young man again because it sets the precedence for what we're about to talk about. You know how them say out of the mouth of babes? This young man is young, but he's very knowledgeable on what's about to take place in our country. Okay? So, he put out a warning to the Jamaican public where he said, wait till the Chinese people them start do other services on the island. Them start open up mechanic shop, and all the Jamaican them run gone to the Chinese people them. Wait till them start do other services on the island like home repairs, roofing, remodeling of a kitchen, installing, take out old cabinet, install new cabinet, all them something there. They're going to take away all the work from our local men or our local people who do them work here. And it's deeper than, oh, we are going to run to the Chinese people them because we don't like ourselves. This is more our fault, okay? I don't know why this morning is not playing.
Me say the good go and suffer for the bad. Any day there ever been a Chinese construction company in a Jamaica, yeah, for local people like we can go there, go get Chinese mason and tiler and paint and welding, man.
Tiler, paint and welding.
Done everything done. So I don't know, mason man, or go around and
hold on, I have to pause him. Tyler out your house when you build a new house or when you add on a room or when you want to fix up your house, to tile the floor them, a local people job that. Painting, you want to paint over your house and all that, a local people job that. Welding, every rotted house in Jamaica have a grill. Grill pan window, grill up veranda, grill up that whole heap of grilling work. Local people job those. He just said, these are money makers for Jamaican people. But the people who do these works, they are an issue. So again, let me run this back where little man I said, because him not talk nothing but truth.
Company in a Jamaica, yeah, for local people like we can go there, go get Chinese mason and tiler and paint and welding, man. You see? I done everything done. So I don't know, mason man, or go around and teach people money and just start their work. Some I want to come and just barely do one little thing and charge whole for money and pay the people them and tell the people them say, we no sick. and this and that, and no want money for medication, right? And somehow no charge the people them a arm and a leg. Somehow no una bill a one little 2-bedroom house. Somehow una charge us 6 million, 8 million, right? Me say any day Chinese bumbo clock. Me have to cuss bad word. Any day never be like Chinese construction company in a Jamaica. You see? And you see them shipping them bumbo clock. Mason man them. You see? And then Tyler in a Jamaica, you done everything done. Una forgot to go look work from them. And that me I tell you.
True.
Me say the
True. So, what happened recently? Chinese people open up a mechanic center. We see the mechanic center, you know, very nice and professional looking. It's big and has many different bays. They call them where you jack up the car, them in the bay, them and all these things, all this. Let's go with this one first. I never imagined this. This is the Chinese garage boss, who is the boss of this place. Me see a video, the line long so till. I saw where I read the article where they said the line long till it gone down the street, but me did have to see the video to see it. When I saw the video, see it here, is this Jamaican to the chat? Okay, I think this is the video. Let's see.
This is how it look. This is the long line. A long line of waits. Yep. This is it. This is how long you will have to wait in line. Vehicles have been here from 3 o'clock this morning. Yes, you heard me right. 3 o'clock this morning.
Get the
Today,
both of them
it
bed.
is highly unlikely that all will get through. They've been told to come back tomorrow. That is a word from the operators of this new car business on the ferry. Long line.
The line have no end, you know?
Vehicle.
And they're willing to wake up and go there by 3 o'clock in the morning. That means you left your house by from 2 a.m. if you live too far and them
If you look down the road,
watch it.
That's the view down the road, but it's not done yet. Coming around the corner. This is it. Vehicle stretch.
Yo. See, this something like this is what I would wish for my Jamaican brothers and sisters. To see you actually own a business in a Jamaica that have that many customers, the line gone way down the road and stretch around the corner like that. And the Chinese boss that runs this place, him said this is every single day. Every day. I never imagined this. Chinese garage boss, shocked by the high local demand. Shout out to the Jamaica Observer. That is their content. We just use it to facilitate this argument. All right. Ming Hen Chen, managing director of WH Car Services, still finds it hard to believe the response that his garage has sparked in Jamaica. He said, it was a pilot opening, you know. He says of the auto shop that is located at Ferry in St. Catherine, the same one you just say the video of. We never imagined that it would blow up like this. Just 2 months ago, that location was little more than a work in progress. Now, it's at the heart of national conversation, having serviced more than 1,000 vehicles in only 8 weeks. That should give you an idea of the kind of money they're making over there too. Now, despite its current cap of 30 vehicles per day, the demand has far exceeded that capacity. Based on what we're going through right now, he said, we have set a limit because so many people want to come in to check their vehicles, but we don't have to lower the quality of our services just to earn money. That will disobey what we originally set out to do. You hear principle? Currently operating with 10 Chinese mechanics. No Jamaican not in there. Currently operating with 10 Chinese mechanics, the garage will soon expand its team and its capacity once construction on the other half of the property is completed. This factory is not 100% ready because another half of the land, we still have the same structure coming up. So we are going to have a better space, better equipment, and more mechanics from China, Chen said. From the beginning, the mission behind WH Car Service was simple: to bring China's extensive automotive know-how to Jamaicans who are seeking reliable service and a fresh alternative to traditional local garages. In Jamaica, you have a lot of Chinese enterprises. They were struggling. We come here to solve everybody's problem. We come here to give everyone a second option, Chen said. Mind you, there are a lot of Jamaican or Chinese business people in Jamaica, right? Wholesale this and that and the other. When for them vehicle breakdown, guess who they were going to before? The same Jamaican mechanic them. So they started to experience what the local people were experiencing: getting robbed, telling the people them you fix something when you never fix it, replacing old parts with other old parts. It's just a long list of stuff that was happening, right? So this is the Chinese people. Instead of keep on fighting with these people and having them frig up the vehicle them and overcharge us and all this, how about we open our own and import our workers from China and corner their market here? Because if we're feeling it like this, there is a population here who needs this service as well. Common rotted sense in a man. No, he said in Jamaica you have a lot of Chinese enterprises, businesses, and they were struggling. We come here to solve everybody's problems. We come here to give everyone a second chance, or a second option rather. He highlights China's capacity to master every vehicle brand. China is a big country, and we have all the industries basically from the top to the bottom, and all the different car brands. They all have factories in China. Definitely, we will have a little bit more experience because we know these vehicles. Car services tackles everything from routine maintenance to complex driveline work. The most requested service they offer: the brake system, engine variations, transmission not working, and engine lower power, Shen says. All them sitting there expensive. Anytime you start talk transmission and all that, expensive. Reflecting on the explosive growth, Chen admits that he was caught off guard. I never imagined that this would happen like this. This is beyond my imagination. Hence why I didn't hire more mechanics or bring more materials and more equipment and more machines, because we didn't think it was going to be this big. The businessman sees potential for wider impact in the local market. All right, before me go any further, let me tell Jamaicans something. I take them, I go take over the whole of the market. You hear me? Oh no, have that again. I give them to the hour. We are at April 23rd, 2025. You see, by April of next year, no found a mechanic in Jamaica, especially anywhere close to that area there, you're going to have to go find other kind of work. You hear me say? You're going to have to watch and see if this don't come through. And don't come argue with me or throw bad words at me. This is a problem that y'all created. And I'm going to tell you why soon. Now, he said that fixing vehicles, it's just a skill. If we mobilize mechanics in the Jamaican economy, skill mobilization, we can improve the whole industry. No matter when or where, customers deserve a better option and they deserve better service. One should have shame. One should have really be shame. Someday in the future, we also consider to hire Jamaican mechanics to come and work here. You hear what the little boy say? Himself know if I go look to them to get work from them. I'm telling you, out of the mouth of babes, that little youth that would just talk. It's like a young 5 or 5 below, not true? Him say, oh no, if I go look to them to get work from them. It's the same thing with this. His philosophy of shared expert, he said someday in the future, we will look to hire some Jamaican mechanics to come and work here. You're going to have to be working under their rules and regulations, and you're going to have to be fixing those vehicles to their standards because they understand that their business name is on the line. And one thing about them, they play the long game. So you can't go do the whole heap of trickery where you did that do before and frig up the people in business. They'll fire you and hire somebody else who's willing to play by their rules. It's that simple. It's like you can't govern yourself. You need somebody else to govern you. This kind of embarrassing enough. Now, his philosophy of shared expertise is clear. Maybe we're experts in certain areas, he said, and maybe you guys are experts in certain other areas. So together, we can actually do better. Facing long lines or queues and cross-island traffic, Shen is eyeing growth because people are drive from all parts of the island just to come to them. Someday in the future, we will try to bring different mechanics, shops in different cities as we grow. Lock them come lock down that. 5 years time, they'll be all over Jamaica. Watch and see. Now, while WH Car Services is drawing large crowds and praises for their consistency, not all local mechanics feel threatened. Rory Brown, who runs Rory Mechanical Works in the corporate area, he welcomes the challenge. Be careful where you ask for, sir. He says, I don't see it as a threat. My customers, them believe in me. I will always try to do my best to please my customers. Now, if you're one of those, genuinely, you might not have nothing to worry about. Brown, who has over 5 years of experience and a solid client base extending well beyond Kingston, recognizes the opportunity for growth as well. This is the Jamaican now. A lot of people definitely gravitate towards good mechanics. You do have good mechanics, you know. You have good mechanics. It's just to find them. That's a problem. You do have good mechanics, it's just to find them. It shouldn't be that hard to find them. Every rotted Jamaican mechanic that is qualified enough to open a shop should be a good mechanic that is so good that when we pull up, we know so we're going to get good service, right? I will give you this analogy right here. It's the same thing that we do with our beaches. Remember we talked about this? Where I said, the people them start saying, SOUFLO, why don't you use your platform and expose to the rest of the world that we're losing all our beaches in Jamaica to privatization? Andrew sell out everything. Private entities owning up all our beaches. We're an island. We're surrounded by water. And we don't have no private beach for swim. I said, you know what? The next time I go to Jamaica, I'm going to make it a point of duty to go drive around and visit different private beaches in different areas. I did just that. What I found in all of the places them that I went to, I found a private beach that I drove into, look around, and drove the hell back out. Cause me not carry my picnic them go swim or play around there. So again, when we start losing the things that we have, because we take it for granted, Remember me telling about this, and it's in one of my vlogs, right? Do the diaper, like them does the woman, them does change the baby, them and does roll up the diaper and just fling it so under one tree on the beach. Do the diaper, use condom, whole heap of cigarette button, spliff tail and patty bag and box food box and all kind of something that scatter up on the beach. When me go at the private beach, them clean. Them clean and pretty. Me all see people out there rake the beach, rake the sun, to make the sun look pretty and take up everything that drop. And they do it orderly. I even said, I hate it that we're losing all our beaches. Me can't stop them. But if I was to take my children to go swim and enjoy somewhere, remember, I know all of my picnic them born a foreign, So when me I tell them about, come on, let's go to Jamaica for a vacation. If I ever carry these children to a beach with dirty diaper, condom, you see the beach them where we depend here? My kids would have a fit. They'll be like, don't bring me to Jamaica again, Dad. Next time you plan your trip, please leave us out. I don't want them to see Jamaica like that. It's dirty there. It's nasty. The beaches got used condoms and dirty baby diapers. Some of the diaper them bust on the beach. Me don't know, like something run over them or something. The dude from the baby diaper there with the fly them and the whole heap. Who wants to go through that? So when the Chinese people, them are Europeans or whoever come and buy a piece of place and private off the beach and make that beach there nice, what the hell y'all complaining about? When you have on the beach for yourself, look what you do with it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Yes, Audrey, Daddy, is this the ghetto? Matter of fact, them would have just be like, yo, don't bring me back. I'm not coming back here. I'm not coming back here. The beach that we have here, the beaches we have here in Florida where we live, clean, pristine. Matter of fact, I'm working on a piece of vlog because we went out for the weekend. So I'm working on a piece of vlog right now where me I go put up. And I want you to pay attention to the beach because it was a beach vlog. I want you to pay attention to the beach. The beach here is pristine clean. So they're not used to any dirty, nasty beach like that. You know what I say? Now, with that said, here's the issue. Motorists take their auto problems to Chinese mechanics. This tells me that Jamaican mechanics have already started feeling it. They're going to act like they're not feeling it, but it's okay. You will definitely feel it sooner or later. And when you start feeling it sooner or later, nobody now can save you. What y'all need to do is you need to shape up. You need to start treating your Jamaican people like priority, because this is how the Chinese man is going to win over you in your own country right there. Now, at least one auto mechanic of a popular car dealership believes that fewer motorists are turning up at his location for repairs because they have been going instead to the Chinese operated facility in Ferry Pen, St. Andrew. And according to, hold on, we're not taking no phone calls right now. And according to president of the All Voice Taxi Association, Lorraine Finnegan, she's not surprised because Jamaicans have been dealt a raw deal by several mechanics over the years. The team of Chinese mechanics at Wholehearted Car Service Company, which undertakes all kinds of large, medium, and small vehicle maintenance, fix, decomposition, installations, and commissioning, emerged on the scene recently. Long lines of motor vehicles at the location almost daily, including on Sundays when the Jamaica Observer visited, appear to have been testament that word has been spreading about the quality of work that is being delivered by these Chinese teams. On Friday, Finnegan said for various reasons, players in the public transportation sector will easily buy into the services that's being offered by these Chinese people. The sector is under extreme financial strain. Maintenance, Cost of vehicle is very, very expensive. It's very high here. And we have been getting a lot of complaints from our operators that they are getting inferior parts that are being sold as genuine parts. This is from the local Jamaican mechanics, especially the front end and electrical parts. They have to wait on certain auto parts places to come in with a container. Persons who can find the money, they would go to the other auto parts places where the container comes, and they would buy 6 to 1 dozen of each spare parts that are charged regularly because those used parts are actually genuine. The newer ones, they are not. The other complaint I have gotten is that some mechanics that you go to, motorists, they are getting a raw deal in terms of the repairs. Because of those things, I strongly believe that it is something the sector will buy into because of the financial strain that we are under right now as we speak. When you take into consideration the roads in the Kingston Metropolitan Transport Region, our operators have been going to the mechanics very, very often. He told the Observer that 3 weeks ago he stood witness as one of his executive members brought her motor vehicle to the mechanic and was, in his opinion, overcharged. He said he went with her to buy the needed parts after she was initially told by the mechanic that the cost to repair the car was $12,000. When she bought the parts to him, he immediately increased the price. He increased the price to $26,000 from $12,000. Right there in my presence. The other example I will give you is a broad one that is happening all across Jamaica. When you take the vehicle to the garage, in a number of instances, because you have other engagements, you leave and the mechanic don't put on the parts that you bring there for them to put on. Instead, they put on used parts and they keep your new parts, or he puts on only some of your new parts. Most taxi operators who complain, it's within 2 days that the same problem that they went to the mechanic and paid a whole bunch of money to fix, the same problem returns again. When they go to another mechanic, the next mechanic would say, them never change out no parts on the vehicle here. You see that? A member of my organization has operated buses for over 20 years. He owns the bus and he called me 2 days ago and said he spent $100,000 on electrical parts. And after going to 4 different electricians, each of them gave him a different diagnostic. 4 Jamaican he went to, and each of them gave him a different diagnostic. Now, after spending $100,000 on parts alone, the vehicle is still in the garage and it can't come out. He bemoans that mechanics have a tendency in Jamaica to tell car owners also to buy certain parts, and when them buy the parts they are not what the vehicle actually requires. He believes that some of them are just outright dishonest. Some of these mechanics, you see, as far as the report says, are mechanics who have been doing work for years. Our Jamaican tradesmen have always been giving the citizens of this country a raw deal in terms of what they do. It is not unique to any particular trade area, but it is broad-based. Like the little youth did I say, tiling, welding, put up grill pan house, painting, anything. It is broad-based. It is something that people with a trade do. They exploit the local people. When some of the workers get to work between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. in the morning, them chat for about half an hour, them go around the corner, go smoke some ganja, and then them idle for another half an hour before them even start to work on a vehicle or start to work, period. And by 4 p.m., them start pack up for leave already. We in the public transportation sector, if we are sick, And if the car sick, we don't make no money. No operator or investor wants their car to stay in a garage any longer than it is necessary. And if we're having a certain type of service from the Chinese and it is publicized, the sector is going to rush to it. I walked into a garage one day and on the ground I found clips for disc pads. I took them up and I gave them to the mechanic, and he told me that they came off of a car that just drove out. So I told him to call the man and put them in back in our car. He said, maybe the same man will come back, I said them drop out the road, out of the vehicle. So we can charge him to put them back in again. The taxi boss recounted. He said, I just shook my head and I wondered to myself, how many persons has he done this to? But despite the many bad eggs and red flags in the sector, Finnegan highlighted that there are still a few good men who display high proficiency and professionalism, even without having cutting-edge equipment. There's a young man in St. Margaret's Bay in Portland who works on the front end of vehicles. He rebuilds bushings and he does a good job on alignments. This young man has no equipment, and you better get there early to get your vehicle fixed because the line is always long to see him. He does everything manually, but at the end of the day, everybody is happy and he is highly recommended. I don't know how you do front end alignment with no equipment or all them something there, but if, if we the type of people that make bread out of stone, right? So wow. Now there's a mechanic in he said now there's a mechanic in Long Road, Portland, and that man would prefer to take his own money if he knows you well, and he will go and he will buy the parts for your vehicle rather than patch it up and tell you to go and come back. These are people that can be trusted. Social media users, they also have been weighing in on the work of the Chinese mechanics and simultaneously hitting out against some of our own Jamaican mechanics. Because people are saying, look from when we have that problem here with my vehicle, and none of the Jamaican mechanic that me carry got to couldn't fix it. And whole heap of money them spend till me all pay more in a repair than me pay for the vehicle itself. And as me carry go them Chinese people here one time, the vehicle fix. And fix good too. Word like that gets around, my friend. People, go and check Mr. Chin. Whip them, Mr. Chin. Whip them. Mechanics have been scamming people for years. You will go to them. This is social media users saying this. Mechanics have been scamming people for years. You will go to them with your car to fix, and then will tell you all kind of donkey stories. They are sucking the blood of the children and milking the people's money. They are wicked. The women who don't know anything about cars, why them feel it big time, the worst. They will keep your car for 2 to 3 months at a time sometime and tell you lies, pan top of lies, pan top of lies. All they want is money. I want the Chinese to open locations all across the island. They come to save the women and save the young drivers. Them one social media user commented in a video that has now gone viral. Another social media user who did a video from the location in Ferry said that about 50 cars came out of here from morning, and the Chinese them fly inside the vehicle and send them back out one. Everybody problem get fixed. That lady over there, she's just smiling, boy, because she get through and her vehicle finally fixed. Now, Jamaica, we have to do better. Again, like I said before, this is friggin' embarrassing. It is embarrassing because what it says to me is that we cannot govern ourselves. It is embarrassing because what it says to me is that we can't even trust each other to do good by each other. It takes an outsider to look at us and say, damn, they can't even trust each other. You know, say we can profit off of this because we will actually do good work. Live on the air with SOUFLO. Ah, there you go.
SOUFLO.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. And you?
I'm doing all right, you know. I can't complain at all.
Well, thank God for you. What I send never get to you, but I'm trying some other way to get something to you.
Okay.
Could you tell me where this Chinese place is? Because my nephew is suffering with his car in Jamaica.
Okay, so this Chinese place is located in Ferry. Let me give you the exact location of them. There's a place called Ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you turn down what you're hearing me on. Lawrence Finicky is surprised because Jamaican have dealt a raw deal. It's called Wholehearted Car Service Company.
In Ferry?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Missy Bram says, hold on. Missy Bram says it's across from Hallel High School. Oh, she gone. She gone. All right. It's all right. So see there now. Referrals with that. See there. You know, Jamaican people, we have to do better, man. We have to do better. The people them from outside of us see how we treat each other. That's all this is. Live in the air with SOUFLO. Good morning.
Greetings, my brother.
Manners and respect. Manners and respect, King. What go on?
Why am I there, boy?
Talk to him.
Why? We understand the Chinese thing,
and
it's unfortunate. I know, say every day I advocate for Jamaica, right?
Yes.
I'm going to tell them, my brother. Years ago, me used to hear about the suffering with the diaspora, you know. And similarly, me experienced that. You with me? Me deal with the whole heap of Jamaicans, everybody on the platform, quite a few people on the platform, most of me there in one time.
See.
And me I gotta tell us, it's when it come on to the trades, I would say 90% I try to get around the next person. That are the problem we have as a country, is a culture. We believe that we can do everything, and a lot of the time we're not qualified to do it. I'm not talking about book qualified, I'm talking about capable.
Yeah, experience,
capable. Me I go tell her, I'm not afraid to talk. Me have a virgin who deals with some window, Miguel Allen. I'm not afraid to call in here.
See.
But film business, you see me? But guess what? We go out of our way and try to forget whole heap of business.
See.
And he still go around me. You see me? I'm sure say you have that story there. With one whole heap of other people who are on the platform. Yeah. That are the challenge, my brother. And our culture. Until we get rid of that, you see me? We're going to have an issue. I mean, I tell us, in dealing with all of the Jamaicans around, when I talk about trades and for those people who are abroad, who some of them may have to represent, me reach a point where I've actually partnered with somebody to something close to our Angie's list, where we can get the people them, and you see the ones them who would not do no work, we'll call them out.
See.
You see, and the ones who are doing good work,
we send the people there.
Have them and send people there and explore the money so that we make sure. So what happens is that the people pay them money and you have an inspection before the tradesmen them get paid.
See.
And I say, I will Chinese them do. It's about if our trades continue that way, what's gonna happen? They're gonna tell them, my brother. What happen is that you're gonna find out say this extrapolate, not just in a mechanic work,
every
but in
field.
a furniture, window work,
tiling, welding,
everything.
Yeah.
You see me? And what happens is that our trades don't recognize that some industrialized, even machine that we can do tile. A technology me do. You have machine where I render wall now. You see me? You see. So that is one of the things. The other thing also is for even for the bigger, they're squeezing themselves out of even the hotel building. Because as it is right now, you have companies who build the bathrooms and in a factory and just go slide them in. You see, our trades, I know I talk about it, but our trades are kill themselves. If you look in Jamaica, yes, the people who they are foreign are trying to get not have the money to complete the buildings. But a lot of the time, and sometimes they're over ambitious, but just drive through Jamaica and see the amount of unfinished buildings. A lot of them is the workmen who waste the people their money.
Right, and discourage the people them.
Yes, don't have the people their money and then can't do their house.
Yeah, we had a couple of them we called we and try load up some of them and we did the video for them too. Yeah, and I had the same trick. People call me, and I talk about me need to take down the video because them are gonna give the woman back her money. I said, did you give her back her money? Him said no, but me I gonna give her back her money so you could have taken down the video. Them bright too, you know.
We have an issue with Miguel Allen and I discovered the end there. I'm gonna tell you, my brother, I'm not afraid to tell you the amount of story and recordings.
Same.
And even just one. You see me? And that's the challenge with the industry. Until we fix that, and we can't, the government kind of have to go further because these tradesmen are not businessmen. Them know them craft, a lot of them know, we're not talking about the cobbler them. They know them craft, but they are not businessmen.
Right.
And that is the challenge.
Right. Them always depend on hustling.
Yes. And the other thing now, scrap and rework. The government at heart needs to go out there, go train them, same like how rather going and field with the farmers to go and basically say, yo, a window, I'm sorry, a door. Me not an expert on this thing, but if you need to make a door jam, and you need a door is 7 on each side, that is 14 pieces of 14 inches, 14 feet. Cool? And if you have to make 3 doors, you get 3 pieces of 14, then expert on it, you know, and get the next 10 foot or whatsoever. So when them done work, them have the minimum amount of scrap and rework.
Right.
What actually happen with our people, what we're doing is that them not spend the time and think about how them use the material. So when they done, ask anybody here who build a house. When them done, them like one big fire of wasted material and burn up all of the things. You see, rather than spend the time and do the measurement and cut the things properly. I'm not that with a technology man, but I tell you, I want to observe. In my work,
right.
I have to sit down and calculate everything up to the screw to submit in all of them buildings here in the US. Anyway, my brother.
Hold on. Well, let me ask you a question before you go. Do they have a better business bureau in Jamaica? Do you know of one?
No, they don't.
They don't.
They don't. They have a consumer advocate, but them not teeth, my brother. And then I used to the challenge also. The law is not there for like class action suits. If you had that, then what would have happened is that you'd have find out. So, well, boy. When they know say 20 people are go after one person after their business, then it would have been different. I have run a business there, so me I tell her. You see me? And the corruption now, why that are the next thing. It's up there. And it caused the problem, the corruption, and everybody thinks that them brighter than everybody else.
I saw.
So the diaspora want to invest in the country, but the tradesmen and the corruption are hold them back.
Yeah, we are hurt ourselves big time.
Big time, my brother.
Big time. And the Chinese are about to capitalize.
And we cannot afford. I mean, we got free market. But
Yeah.
when people that must know so well, boy, yo. I see it's there for them.
Right. True. True.
Yeah. So me just I say it right so. Tradesmen get on an act together. Because guess what? Somebody else have to come eating the food and empty out on the children's plate.
Well
Blessings,
put.
my brother.
Manners and respect, King. Well put. Man says somebody else have to come eat on the food and empty out your children's plate. Live on the air with SOUFLOTV. Good morning.
Yeah, blessed morning, SOUFLOTV.
Manners and respect, King. What go on?
Good day, man. Blessed to the brother who just come on and talk. Two things the man talk SOUFLOTV.
Same.
Two things. And it starts on the head. Everybody in Jamaica, I watch the government them a rob. And me talk about this side, they not say nothing. So guess what? You come down the line, you have a business, you want to do something for them, give them an honest break. Jano, SOUFLOTV, come in and give me that, you know. Let me see if I can take out a 20 out of 100 grand. Yo, SOUFLOTV, you know, say the job want 20 more thousand. I think give it, take 10 from that. Yo, it want next 10,000, you know.
Damn.
You say you understand?
Yeah. I mean, hear this complaint all the time.
Yeah, man. So that dishonesty there, that kill them. That I kill them. You see, them not doing people honestly, like what the brother say, have honest mechanic and so that about. Yeah, people want them thing there. Them now want to go to you and say, yo, you have to spend 10, and then they end up spend 20, and then they end up have to spend 20 more. Come on, man. People are rich. We all live in Jamaica, we know the place hard and people are try.
Right.
Me a eat a food, you a eat a food, we all a eat a food, but guess what? Them want to take your food where you are eat and sit down and look for that food. But just taking food from people. I want to still have mine and pocket.
That's a wicked mindset though, you
know. Very wicked.
Yeah, and them are gonna pay.
Where did I put you? Richest man in the world. Look at my car. Where there? Eh? Can't try but nowhere. I'm always there to talk about that SOUFLOTV, but dear thing, keep up a good work, isn't it?
Manners and respect, King.
Yeah, man, blessing.
Blessed. Live on the air with SOUFLOTV. Good morning.
Good morning, family. Good morning.
Good morning. Do you have us on speaker? Or Bluetooth?
I'm in the UK, but every time I hear myself, but guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn down the volume. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm in the UK and I'm an electrician, right? And I'm 40 now, and I started like 20 years ago, and I've been working ever since. Yeah, my father's an electrician.
Same.
And you know, I think I got a lot to say. Yeah. So to cut it down, I think the problem is education. Yeah. Because a lot of men come up and they're self-taught and they can't do the jobs properly. And they get a false sense of ego of they can't do this and they and mess up the people in work. Alright? Another thing, you see them people that come and open business in Jamaica, like the auto mechanics and the construction. I think there should be a thing where when they come and open a business, there should be a separation where they have to open like a academy or school to teach local tradesmen how to do the thing to a certain standard. That should be mandatory, because I think the main problem is education. And even that my dad is an electrician, he is educated. But back in the day, the education on a higher level can do things.
Right.
But he never had the education financially. Because even when I was going on my own, I wanted to find how much I'm going to charge. Like, it's like they never want to discuss money figures. Are like, how much you charge? Well, like, what's the figure? You know, they never want to tell you a figure. So I have to go out and find for myself. So and why I learned is that you see when you work, it costs what it costs.
Right.
You understand? I can't really rob anybody because I'm showing them what my materials is and the time it takes. And what you do, you balance your price between, you know, the area and the market. And what happens is these cowboys, they undercharge or they overcharge and they mess up the thing, you understand? So
right.
And that's all I want to say is that's what the family. I can see if I can hear you right now, because I don't know if there's echo.
All right, my brother. Manners.
Bless us.
All right. So what he was saying was, him think education is a part of it, but them people in Jamaica, they're skilled at what they do. Them just thief and abusive. Live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning.
Good morning, SOUFLO. How you doing?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
Good.
Ah, nice. Talk going on.
From this news, I feel the way you feel, embarrassed and disgusted. But we know that this kind of, mediocre service has been happening for a long time.
A long time.
So, you know what I'm saying? And it is embarrassing. I mean, you have a different group of people come here, and then our people still, as you say, what do you call it? Line around the block and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Even the other day when we were fixing my grandmother's house, if we don't have somebody on site, then not work. If we don't have somebody on site, the work will not get done. That's how our people operate. So when Mr. Chin opened up a hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Mr. Chin opened up a bank, and you don't have to stay in the bank all day to open up an account. He got you in and out in 15 minutes. And you don't have to worry about you have an account there and piece and the money chip off and nobody can explain what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We live, and that's the thing about, I've said before that sometimes our people think they might cut off I don't know if they realize it's their nose they're cutting off to eat meat.
Mm-hmm.
You're cutting off your own nose to eat meat. That's cannibalism. That cannot work. And we're coming into a more and more globalized world, and you have to compete with everybody. And if you do not have the professionalism, the ethics, and the quality of service, you're done. You see, once if they open up, as I said, a mechanic around the country, that's it. They're out. The Jamaican mechanic then, except for 1 and 2, are completely out of the market, and they will not be able to come back because their reputation is so poor.
Exactly. And you already hear the Chinese man said the plan is, right? The plan is to have one in every city.
All right.
So what does that tell you? I say I give them 5 years.
It's done. It's done. It's
done.
A wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
And guess what Mr. Chin also don't have to worry about? He don't have to worry about no contract killer. Now, if you was the one who went to Jamaica and opened up a mechanic, you have to worry about somebody feeling jealous and blowing your head off, correct?
Correct.
He don't have to worry about that. You see how we do each other? So, I mean, it's sad.
We're bound
it's
to lose.
Embarrassing to our race.
It is. It is. Embarrassing as hell.
It makes us look like the stereotype, every stereotype them say we are. It looks like,
can't govern ourselves.
Can't govern, not trustworthy, don't know how to be professional, can't work good, lazy. It makes us look like all of that.
It does.
It's disgusting. It really is. Because every sector, if I have stories for every sector, even the doctors, some of them, you know what I mean? With a family member who have bleeding in the brain, they said they're not gonna wait and see. They're not gonna operate. They're gonna wait and see if the bleeding stops. So I said to myself, I said, what do you mean they're not gonna wait and see if the bleeding? You mean wait and see if she dead? How do you wait and see if bleeding is gonna stop in the brain? I've never heard that before. They're lazy, they're lackadaisical, the mediocrity is off the chain. And we're going to suffer in every area because of it.
We're going to pay for it.
We're going to pay for it. We have nobody to blame but ourselves.
Exactly.
It's very sad and disgusting, but I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. I appreciate you because I'm on the same thing. And we have nobody to blame.
Nobody to blame. We can't
ourselves.
say slavery, colonization, racism. We can't say none of that.
None of that. Us.
Because we had it in our hand for decades, right?
Yep.
And did nothing with it.
Yep.
Okay.
Damn shame.
It's disgraceful.
All right, big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly.
Bye-bye.
We don't have a soul to blame but yourself. Yeah. When we our whole mindset needs to change. You know, everybody want rich overnight and who we can rob to get rich and thief little bit from this one and thief little bit from that one. No, man. And shave off this a piece. When you look at the list of complaints about our mechanics in Jamaica and the things they do, legitimate complaints, right? You buy your parts, brand new, give it to them tell us that this is going to take 2 days. You leave the vehicle there because you're not going to wait there for 2 days at the shop and watch them like this. You left the vehicle there, then put on old parts for something else and keep your new parts so them can sell that to somebody else at higher price. Like, why you do all that? Live on the air.
Morning to the
Morning, family. What go on?
Well, I call a million times because this is the reason I don't want to make it.
Seeing. Yeah. Talk to me now.
Yeah. We just want to find out some little things about Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
So, you see, a person will leave and come live in foreign here.
Yeah.
And see some things so it can work out in foreign, what you don't like in your country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what a Jamaica would want you to do? They want you to bypass that just in the name of Jamaica. People support Jamaica. Leave back 15 when I write, you know. It no want you to come tell him what I done in a foreign to him upgrade himself, you know, to try to reach up to that standard.
I'm experienced that, brother. Them tell me how me sell out and me think say foreign are heaven and me fi shut up because everything is better in foreign for me, and all I'm trying to do is to tell them, say, boy, me there one place where me see how things run differently, and if we had this back home, we would have a better seat than now the Chinese people them come take over the whole of the auto repair industry. And this is going to spread beyond, just like Mervyn the point Jamaica Kerr said, this is going to spread beyond just the auto repair industry. This is going to go in every industry.
And so, Flo, let me tell you something. I'm 100% in agreement with it. Let me tell you something about Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
You see, everybody who does business with a Jamaica, 90% of when you're done do business, you're not talking, you know.
Isn't that sad? Say that again, brother. Say that again.
Me say 90% of somebody that Jamaica you do business with, like make a house, fix your car, 18. 90% of them, when it's done, you them don't talk, you know. Because it happens and I need so much problem. You have to come the 100 times, make nice way your house done, for this, do that, all for something. So 90% of the time when it's finished, you them don't talk. Mm-hmm.
So them now pre longevity in a business and having a customer for a lifetime. See, and that's how the Chinese people think. Once the Chinese people lock you in, you know, them are gonna say to themselves, say, this is a potential lifetime customer.
Right. All right. Me have the vehicle down there, like, you know, one Christmas I go down there and the vehicle touch. And let me tell you something. Me have to depart on the phone with this man so much time to get this thing done. This man get up, you know, and tell me say the vehicle done, you know. He said done, you know, while he still have something else to do, you know. Me said, you can't call this done. You can't say something 90% and it's done. Me said, no, brother, I'm not so things go. When it's done, it's done. And then you talk over it. Then you talk. Jamaican people don't know. Right. Even say you run a business, like you say, even a Jamaica restaurant are foreign up here.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to Canada, so a Jamaica restaurant are foreign up here. When I sell one food up here, you know, if you have 5 minutes, you can count the amount of grain and rice in here and I food, you know. Brother, and when you left got the Chinese restaurant like you got the mall and buy the Chinese food, you can't carry some of the food come home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So me try to show the difference how them do things.
Because their mindset different, you know, brother. It's two different set of people, mindset, different. Yeah, man, we see it.
Then why we just enhance it to Jamaica? We come from Jamaica. We must stoop to whatever. No, you get a new look at the world. So when you think you're gonna get a new look at the world, and you still want to stuck in the past?
For subpar services.
Bro, they have my daughter at school here. Sometimes me and myself and I say, wait. And with these politicians when they come and carry them, when they take care back home. Me don't take care of back home. They have my daughter come out of the house and say my daughter to school, you know. Him have a vehicle encounter with a vehicle and the guy would have walk on two and you have walk up on the two sides on the road go down, you know.
Right.
So I know Jamaica, you know, you have bungo with vehicle, have bungo with walk with everything. See? Remember these people is human being all over, you know. People at Jamaica is human being, the people up here is human being. So why Jamaican can't use them brain in those ways?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna rate them. Believe you me. Yeah. You're trying the right man. The 100% support them. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then that's what's going on. And you can't blame the people either, because when me pay so much for repair a vehicle to the point where it get to where me start paying more than how much the vehicle itself worth. And then somebody come along who, it's just simple mathematics. Somebody else come along who say, I know exactly what the problem is. This is exactly how much to fix it. Me pay the amount that them fix it, me done. Me not go back nowhere else again. And that's what they're going to use against us. But you know what? Check this out. For black people, it always has been, this is why divide and conquer work on us. Because all people have to do all the time, you see, is sit back and observe us and watch where our weaknesses and then capitalize right off of that. They're not even genuine with each other. They can't even trust each other to fix each other's vehicles. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to open a mechanic place right in the middle of their country or community, and we're going to fix their vehicles properly. And we're going to be the go-to guys in that industry for a lifetime for them. Soon, we will have capitalized off this industry to the point where they don't even have Jamaican mechanics in Jamaica anymore unless they work for us. That's how the Chinese people think, way ahead. You know, me not have nothing against no Chinese people, you know, because check this out. I said this before. The video is still on YouTube. You could go look it up. Jamaican people can learn a lot from the Chinese. Go look up that video, SOUFLOTV. Me do one video like that already. Them cost me. But guess what? Guess what I'm saying in the video? Me say, look how the people them think way ahead. Look how the people them pool their resources together. Look how the people them find it hard to wrong their own kind of people. If we just study just that alone and just do that, it's hard for me to wrong a next Jamaican. We can't rob a next Jamaican. Let's pool our resources together. Let's move in a more trusting way. Let's respect each other more. And that's all them use and beat, you know. That's all.
So Flo, it is so sad. If you see one tearaway in a Jamaica, nothing will ever come out of that tearaway until somebody dead there. Look at the amount of people with the road flat bridge.
That's what they just gonna say to you, no, brother. That's what they just gonna say to you, no. And watch and see who gonna come save Flatbridge. Watch and see who gonna come save Flatbridge. Watch and see who. You already know who gonna do it.
Yeah. Look at that. The amount of life will last to a Flatbridge, and you can think, we can be done after.
And when I say that to Jamaican people, them will cost me. If something could have done them, would have do it long time. Like, what? Really?
Hey. So, Flo, let me tell you something, man. I'm happy to get this experience in Paris. Like, happy. Fish along and really see how far it operates to Jamaica. Believe you me. And I can tell you, sometimes I go to Jamaica and look here. You go to Jamaica and Jamaica are business. 90% of our Jamaica business on Jamaica, we are them so close with the money now. Even here, in another place, you know.
Boy. Can't everybody else try
to where I handle material. No, never here in another place.
Everybody are trying to get rich overnight, brother. And yeah, and them not thinking long term. Them not think long term. Them not think about build something where them can pass to them children, you know, and something where they can have people who are lifetime customers, you know. Them not thinking like that. Them I think get rich now. Cut every corner now and get rich now.
It's true. He even understand if he knows them have an 18 at in place. He might attract 3 more customers. So that money can cover to pay that. Yeah.
Why?
I don't, yeah man, me not in line with them. Me don't want to see them. Me say every business you do in Jamaica, most likely when you're done, that person won't talk.
Charlotte says
you can't shake and have a good drink.
Because things did go so bad. Charlotte said Asian craftsmen are perfectionists. We could say the same about ours too, but them too shady, and that is their own doing. You know, at the end of the day, right? Wait till them start grill up people's house and go down to Jamaica go open one company, welding company with the grills, custom made grills for houses, and make the grill them and install them per house. I have one of them there in every city. Wait till them start with the tiling and painting company. We paint interior, exterior. Wait till them start the roofing and we replace roofs and so on. We're looking at the bigger picture here. Long term. Long term says a lot of us are going to be, our people are going to be unemployed unless they go to these people for employment. And you know what? It's sad to say, but I've said this before here too, so I'm going to say it again. Even with, like for instance, my Jamaican mechanic, when me got to for how many years, end up pull a 6 for a 9 on me after me being with you for how many years. Me have one vehicle when me keep with this one man for until me just give it to my son when he turned 16, because I bought the vehicle when the child was just born, and the little boy grew up saying, I want this truck, I want this truck. All the years my mother said, get rid of the truck, man, and buy one new vehicle. And I said, no, mommy, me I keep it coming. I like car payment. But my son kept growing and saying he wanted. I said, me I go keep this for his first vehicle. One mechanic in our service the same vehicle here all these years. I get a new vehicle, a truck, get the little boy that. The mechanic pull some shady stuff for me. Now, I just go to the white people them. You see, when I go to white people don't look at me as them friend or them can cut corner. They actually look at me as somebody who might sue them if they don't do proper work on my thing and cut no corners with me. So for them, it's about give you your money up, give me my money, I'll give you my services, and we part ways amicably. When anything is wrong with your vehicle, come back and see us again. How we can learn that?
Look here, man.
Man,
look
listen.
Here, let me tell you something, man. But that foreigner may experience some things where it's easy. All right, my wife passed off, 2021, my wife got Jamaica and gets corona down there and drop out of Jamaica.
God.
So sad, brother, may I tell you. Sometimes you even want to remember it.
My condolences, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, tell me, hope your wife is still around, but we don't call it that. Okay. Just listen to these simple words which sit down in my head. Your funeral won't forget, like, if you get about 2,500, some money. You know what the funeral home said to me, say? Mr. Rose, is Christmas season. So bet that money stay until further down, because Christmas, you know, you have to spend extra money for your home and all these things. And then come to me with those arguments, So you try to tell all people, passionate and look out for people. So me just look into me, just simple words this person used to me. Say, get this payment stay until after the Christmas season, because you know at Christmas now you have to buy your little extra to your home.
Right.
That's what the person said to me. He said, you really hear that out of a Jamaican mouth?
I saw.
Brother, my final word, me not stick to the system because me is a Jamaican. No, man. Me want good value for my money. Me no matter where can I get it from.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Manners and respect, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Boy, well, we really have to change our mindset, people, because that's what's keeping us down, and that's what they're going to use to win. I want to give you a joke, right? Well, lay off of the phone call for a minute. Watch this. Even in Africa, the motherland, when chattel slavery started, when you know say come in at the place cause say tribes warring against other tribes though, and them sit back and watch so, and them say okay, the Hutus are fight the Zulus. All right, so we already have a plan where we want, because definitely the land is rich in minerals and all these kind of things, and you know we want some of that and everything. Plus we are building new world over there, so we want labor, free labor. What we are gonna do is we are gonna side with one, and we're gonna help that one to fight the other one. Once them defeat the other one, we already enough for them pocket, and we already know what them are going with already. So you see what I'm saying? And through that trickery, whole heap of people them left on end up in a new world and end up in a chattel slavery for hundreds of years. Just the same method all over again. We are forced to accept it. We're forced to accept that Chinese people will be opening these places, and we will gladly support them because we don't have no better choice. We don't have no better choice. The only other better choice we have is for each one of we got turn mechanic and fix with own stuff. Each one of we got turn tiler and lay with own tile. Each one of we got turn painter and paint with own place them. Each one of we got turn, you would have to be a million things. But the services that are needed, it comes with a mindset. And the mindset, Jamaicans need to be doing good by Jamaicans. And because we have too many unscrupulous people who are trying to get rich overnight, who don't mind giving somebody a bad deal, stiffing them, thief them money, etc., somebody else is going to come capitalize. They see. Those Chinese people paid attention to us for a long time before they decided to do this. That alone, to tell you how embarrassing that should be. They paid attention to us for a long time. They said, hey, we have our own people here on the island that's doing business. And they're going through hell just trying to fix some vehicles. Imagine when them fly in them cousin who come Jamaica from China come spend a holiday with them and working at them wholesaler. Why the wholesale truck break down? Why you can't go town go pick up the stuff them? Boy, we've been trying to fix it from God know when, you know, we carry to how many mechanics around here. None of them can fix it. Them charge with all these high prices. Problem keep coming back. I imagine him go so. I said, this is the issue. Done. Truck not get no more problem. Sheng Yang, how about you come here and open a mechanic shop? Problem solved. You can fix all the Chinese mechanic issues from all the Chinese businesses across the island. That alone, money already. But wait, let's think bigger. The people that might go through the same stuff. These Jamaican people don't have money and like that. How about we open somewhere where we can fix their vehicles too? That's all they did. That's all them do. And we create the doorway for them. So when we talk about a takeover, I'm going to end it like this morning. When we talk about a takeover, remember me telling you, remember when me telling you about Jamaica, I said the takeover is not going to. Go watch my old videos about how China is going to take over Jamaica. Go watch my old videos about it. I clearly said the takeover is not going to be any military takeover. They're not going to land in Jamaica, soldiers on the ground, guns in hand, none of that stuff. They're going to methodically take over Jamaica over an extended period of time. And it's going to be in every facet. They're going to be in government or in the pockets of government, which they already are. They're going to be in the business sector. They're just going to be owning more and more land. more businesses, as in all these multi-billion-dollar businesses on the island. They're going to be owning all these companies, the major construction companies that get all the big contracts. Now them gone in a this sector here. Auto mechanic repair. Every person on the island that has a vehicle, truck, car, bus, whatever, it is going to need repairing at some point. Them are going to take over that the industry too. You hear what the little youth say? Wait till them start the welding. Wait till them start the concrete work. Papi local people. Wait till them start the roof replacement. Wait till them start make furniture. Wait till them start the cabinetry. Wait till them start the done. We're done enough. This is how they're going to take over. This is how they're going to take over. They're going to come to Jamaica. They're going to open these businesses. They're going to be super successful because we can't trust our own. And they're just going to stay there in Jamaica and have their children and their families there. And they're going to make a good living out of it so they can live a higher quality of life on the island than the average Jamaican can afford to. And we are going to funnel and fuel them with money and them lifestyle for the necessities that they provide to us because we need it. And then we're going to be looking at them like, damn, them really own everything for true. Oh, well, but what we can do, nothing. Your doctors, everything, everything. We do this to ourselves. So the next time you hear the conversation come up about Chinese taking over Jamaica, it's not to be a hostile conversation. Me not tell nobody about kill off the Chinese them because them a take over our place. Because the Chinese them didn't come in there holding a gun to your head and talking about we want your land, move. We want this, move. They came in bringing services that we actually need. And we just can't depend on each other, even those who are qualified from our people, to do it in a genuine way, an honest way for us. So we have to depend on them. And them decide that them are going to be honest and create a business out of it and make you a lifetime customer for their business out of it. That's where we are. That's where we are. That's the takeover. This is a big part of the takeover. We are watching it happen because we can't fix our mindset, Jamaica. We can't fix our mindset. Until we can fix our mindset, that's the slippery slope we will continue to slide down. Yeah. And you hear we say all the time, me can't open no business at Jamaica. China man open a business down the road, everybody gone there. Go support it. Me open a business there just like Voice of Reason said this morning. Me go open the same business there. Problem. Them want broken on my business. Them say I make whole heap of money. I so flow that fly down from foreign. Them man, they must have money, Look for rob me, or extort me, We are our own worst enemy sometimes, man. But we need to fix our mindset. Once we fix our mindset, then we'll be all right. But me not see that happening no time soon on a large scale. So we're going to continue to see this takeover happen. And it will. It's happening right now in front of us. I'll close this video by saying this. Somebody shared a construction video on Instagram. And they're building some huge building in some part of Jamaica. And you see one whole heap of construction worker with the hard hats coming off the work site. And there was a Jamaican that was filming from across the street. And the Jamaican said in the video, look here, them people are not like we, look there, not one Jamaican work over there. Bare Chinese construction worker, them flying from China to come build here. And I said in the comment section, when those Chinese people go to work, they have a list of rules and regulations they follow. And they are strict about the rules and regulations. And they are strict about a deadline by the time this building is supposed to start, when it is supposed to be done, the blueprint layout, how it is supposed to be built. Everything is strict. The complaint with us was smoke a spliff before work we up on the work site I talk about big body Sophia. And yo, dog, you know, got the party little more down and so and so. Boy, brother, that's where I come from last night. I said, me frost, you see. And on work site, right? Right. One bag of chatting, whole heap of playing, come work late, one leave early, all these things, and that's costing us. And they saw that. So them just flying them own people. Don't blame the Chinese, blame yourself. I left that comment, guess what they tell me? One youth said, suck your mother. One next one said, people like you, SOUFLOTV, which I expected better from because you have a platform. Look at what you just said. So you think it's okay for them to bring in people when we have people here can do the work. I said, please read again what I just wrote. They hate hearing the truth. And if you're a person who hate hearing the truth, you will never be a better person. Never. You have to swallow pride and listen and hear truth and then adjust based on the truth. Right? You have to can't take the criticism there. Few people can't take the criticism. But the truth may I tell them because I want a better Jamaica. I'm a Jamaican myself. I want a better Jamaica. I want it for us. I don't want to be in Jamaica and everything owned by foreigners. Make me feel like they are Jamaica no more. But hey, that is that. Listen, we're gonna leave it right here. So this morning, thank God with the AC, the internet gave us a break, and we could have a full show. All right. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Have a wonderful day. Today is Wednesday. It's hump day. Get over the hump. Tomorrow will be Thursday. I'll see you right here. Like my grandfather, Mas Clevey, said, if God spare me life. Like my grandmother, Miss Ruby, said, be good. Be good. If you can't be good, be careful, but it's best to just be good. All right? One love. I'm out. Peace.